This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. Rams football on WMIX and the Section 618 app is powered by People's National Bank. Watch most games on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel, thanks to Allstate agent Paul Shields. Mount Vernon Rams football is also presented in part by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Josh Finley Country Financial, Munkin Toyota, Bonnie Cafe, Hall Insurance Group, Walgreens Distribution Center, Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, your Mount Vernon Culvers, Tony Wilt State Farm, SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital, Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply, Casa Raya, Bean Insurance, Biltmore Buildings, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon, Michael Croshan, Edward Jones, Mount Vernon Wind Supply, and DollarSavingDeals.com. We take you to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for the Landers Collision Center pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams football starts now.
It was a South 7 Conference showdown at one time. Now two non-conference foes congregate here tonight at Ken Hunt Stadium as the Mount Vernon Rams prepare for the Althoff Crusaders. Good evening from the King City. I'm Chris Hugo with you in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth on WMIX, or you can watch us live on the WMIX Sports YouTube tonight. As always, you can download the free Section618.com mobile app to listen to the Mount Vernon Rams, presented by People's National Bank. This is your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. Since 1988, Landers Collision Centers has been your trusted name in auto body repair. Landers Collision Center on Route 37 South in Mount Vernon sponsors our pregame show. We'll have an interview with Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings coming up here in just a moment. We'll have plenty to talk about, including what was last year's Class 1A state champion, the then 14-0 Althoff Crusaders, who come in 2-2 here in 2025. Of course, they're led by head coach Austin Frazier in his sixth year with an overall mark of 36-16. In those 6 years, 5 of which have already been played, he made the playoffs 3 times. And last year, of course, the Crusaders took the 1A state championship. They won that game 57-14 over Lena Winslow in an all-time performance by running back D.R. Hill Jr. He's now at Oregon. We'll talk about a lot of that 2024 Crusader team in just a moment. Let's go ahead and visit with Mount Vernon Rams football coach Dan Mings. We'll take a quick break here on your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk about last week. We'll talk about this week. We'll talk about everything Rams football. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but Allstate agents are seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, Allstate agents know how to maximize your savings. They'll share their knowledge as they help you personalize your coverage. Because when it comes to seeing all the ways to save, Allstate agents do it best.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
Welcome back to your Landers Toy and Collision Center's pregame show on AM 940, 96.5 FM. And, of course, we're video streaming on WMIX Sports YouTube. Landers Toy and Collision Centers, Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Next week, we'll be on 94.1 WMIX. You can also stream us live on the WMIX Sports YouTube and free Section618.com mobile app. But before we get to next week, we have this week, of course. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have kickoff with the Rams and Althoff Crusaders. We talk about last week's matchup now with Mount Vernon Rams head coach Dan Mings. Coach, close one, 28-23, the final. I know 5 points left on the field. And let me preface that with saying of those 5 points, one was a 49-yard field goal. And anytime you're disappointed about a missed 49-yard field goal in high school football, you know you have a great kicker. And I was highly impressed because Truman had the distance last week from 49 and beyond, but just missed it. And what a bright spot on this team.
Yeah, and he did get a 47.
Yeah.
So that was a positive. So he's kicked a 47-yarder and a 48-yarder this year. Most of his kickoffs were 8 or 9 yards deep into the end zone. So it's a pleasure and a treasure, to have somebody like that that can do those types of things.
Oh, without a doubt. And I know in a game like that, I talk about 5 points left on the field, a 2-point conversion. But at the end of the day, 28-23 final against Collinsville, they're 2-2. We're 1-3 now. But definitely had to adjust on the fly. Lost Jay Sean early in the game and had to rally. And a guy that I really thought stepped up, aside from obviously CJ, was Nolan Mass. 7 catches, 137 yards, and a touchdown. And that effort really helped keep you in the game.
Yeah, and Nolan's that guy. Anything close, he's going to catch it, and he's been sort of biding his time and waiting for us to be able to get the ball to him. And what happened? We used Zay Nesbitt in the first half, and Zay was getting behind the defense, and we just missed a couple wide open touchdown throws, to be honest with you. But they had to move a guy to double team him. Well, when they double teamed him, then no one got all the single coverage, and you can't guard him one-on-one. So that allowed him to really do what he needs to do and shine for it.
Oh, without a doubt. And he showed that ability to catch the football and really showed his hands in the process. But, all in all, a tough game like that, lose your lead back, but your running game rallied as well. You had a bunch of guys 20, 30 yards in the game. And so it still showed that the running effort is there, even though it's a little bit tougher.
Well, and see, the thing is, other than our game last year at Holden, I think that we have led in every game in the last 2 years. I think we've had the lead in every game except that one in the last 2 years. And we just have not been able to seal the deal. And that's very frustrating. That part's frustrating. But, the ability's there. But for whatever reason, just being able to hang on to a football game and close the football game out, that's what we've been struggling with. And I don't know that it's, anything that we can put our finger on. Right now we feel like we're a little snake bit, to be honest with you. But, we come out, we're playing with everybody. And like I say, when you get a 2-score lead, you should be able to keep that. And we haven't been able to do it. And I know that our fans are frustrated and the kids are frustrated, the coaches are frustrated. But, what we're doing is working, until it's not.
And that, for whatever reason, I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. And that's exactly what we're seeing. And I think the thing that we're also seeing is we have not played a bad football team. There is not a bad football team. For the most part, there aren't any struggling football teams on this schedule. And every week, you used to say it all the time back in the day on our interviews on the Saturday Sports Show, every game is a playoff game. And truthfully, against the competition we see year in and year out, it feels that way week in and week out.
Well, it is. There's no chance to take a breath. There's no chance to get healthy. There's no chance to get your other kids basically in the game. They're just not, and with the quarterbacks that we're playing this year, are you kidding me? It is insane. And we're playing another kid that's got 5 D1 offers this week. He's been offered by, like Mac schools, Miami of Ohio, and like Eastern Michigan, some of those people. But this is another guy that's going D1, and I can't imagine him being better than the Roper kid. And then neither one of those kids are ranked as high as the kid we're going to play week 9 from Tolono. He's rated the number 1 quarterback in the state of Illinois. So, it's just trying to catch a breath. And, these kids are working, man. They really are, and they're playing their guts out. They deserve to win, but we're not. But they do deserve it.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you went there because, one of the things I noticed is after a team goes 14-0, wins a 1A state title, the Althoff Crusaders, obviously tonight's opponent, you might think, okay, they lost a lot of seniors, maybe won't be as good as they were last year. Althoff's just a train that keeps on rolling. And Jaden Ellington, the quarterback of that team, back this year, over 600 passing yards so far in 2025. He can run. He has 274 rushing yards on the year. And let's not overlook Stephen Brown. Was on that team last year, obviously played second fiddle to De'Aaron Hill Jr., but he has 544 rushing yards so far this year. This is still a very good Althoff offense, primarily out of the gun.
There's people playing second fiddle to De'Aaron Hill right now at Oregon. So you could be an amazing kid, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, that guy is a dangerous weapon, and they're going to use both those guys to the max of efforts tonight. I know they are. And we just got to try to keep them in front of us and try to limit their big plays. We're going to have to play with everything we got. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. We're just going to have to play with absolutely everything we got. Try to keep this game as close as we can keep it, and try to win in the fourth quarter.
Without a doubt. Defensively for the Crusaders, though, I'm a little dangerous when I can actually watch a little bit of film, and I saw 5 plays of film on the Crusaders so far, hoping to get to watch a little bit more. But noticed tendency to go nickel and maybe 3-3-5 at times defensively. Might make one-on-one matchups for Nolan a little bit tougher, but all in all, nothing we haven't seen before.
Yeah, it might. But, that 3-man front, it's maybe a little bit harder to stop our power game. They're going to come up, and they got some different angles from the linebacker position. But, that gives us a couple more angles that we need on the offensive side. It's awful tough to stop a power run with only 3 guys up front. Not saying they can't do it. They've been doing it all year. But, we think that if anything, that gives us some advantage, and they're going to jump up to a 4-man front on us. And they're going to play basically like a 4-3, 4-2-5 type situation, we believe. So, they don't give up a lot of points. They give up a lot of points to Marion, but guess what? Everybody's giving up a lot of points to Marion. That's just the way it is. It's they're a very good ball club, but Althoff they're Althoff. They are enormous up front on the offensive line. I mean, enormous. I don't know where these kids come from. I don't know where you get them. I don't know where you draw them. We need a couple of those seeds, playing over here somewhere, because, it's just, we got nice sized kids, but we don't have gigantic kids. And Althoff does. So we know what the mountain looks like, but we're going to climb it anyway.
And I'm glad you said that about the switching to the 4-man front too, not to disregard everything, all the other great points you just made. But for me, how do you overcome that from an offensive standpoint where they are so versatile? And I haven't gotten to find or see any stats that they have as far as rushing yards allowed or passing yards allowed. But to me, of the plays I've seen, pretty versatile defensively, even though it's the offense getting most of the pub.
So against them, you've got to apply your rules. Offense is sort of a cut and dry thing, whereas defense is more of a reactionary type situation. Because you got to react to different formations and different offensive sets, and you got to know what you're doing versus every one of those sets. Whereas offensively, you put them where you want them by your offensive set. So then you just apply your rules. Well, we do a great job, and honestly, this football team, I even went down with our freshmen a little bit this week just to ask them what their rules were. Ask them what every single kid in our program knows the rules. It just comes down to not enough time in the weight room and the lack of physical we have right now. Because we know the rules. We know how to apply the rules. It just comes down to, can you move this individual 2 feet this direction to get the gap and get the hole that you want? And, right now, we're just not strong enough in the weight room. To be honest with you, we're not physically strong enough, but mentally, we're doing everything we're supposed to do. And I think that may be the hardest thing for a coach and for the players to get and for the community to understand. We're doing the right things. We're going the right places. We're blocking the right people. We just can't get the job done because right now our physical strength is not where it needs to be.
Well, speaking of, I feel like at times that's shown up in not necessarily an injury report, but leading to injury. What are our numbers tonight?
Well, Deshaun's back. That's going to help. Chris Rudolph got released on Thursday, but obviously I can't play him in this game, because he just got released on Thursday. He's been out since week 1. So we'll have him back, but not until next week. Everybody is, I'm going to say, relatively healthy. We got some ankles, we got some, bumps and bruises and those types of things, but everybody's relatively healthy. It'd be nice to have Chris and Deshaun and CJ and Nesbitt and Mast and everybody at full speed, full strength, and all those other kind of things. And maybe next week we'll get to that point, but we haven't been at full strength since first quarter of week 1.
No, and I mean, that to me, that's a large part of 1 and 3. And I don't know that people necessarily understand, because if you miss the first part of week 1, you may not realize who's in and who's out. And with a full healthy lineup, I like your chances against everybody on your schedule.
Well, with a full healthy lineup, we're probably not sitting here at 1 and 3.
No, not at all.
Probably sitting here at maybe 3 and 1. But it is what it is. And like I said before, we're a little bit snake bit when it comes to where we're at right now. But hopefully everything's going to come together and these kids can finish the season strong. And, this game tonight, is going to go a long way into the future and what we want to do. Because, right now the majority of this football team is young. We're a junior-dominated team. Next year we'll be a senior-junior team. So don't want to say that we want to take a loss, because we don't. But, right now, these guys, they just have to understand that the difference between these games is strength in the weight room. It has nothing to do with what their knowledge is or their ability to do what they're supposed to do. It's just to finish, because we're not physically strong enough. And I can't state that any clearer. We're a good football team that is just not physically mature enough yet to win these ball games that we're losing.
Understand that perfectly. I mean, if you've watched your coaching philosophy over the years in play, and you've watched your games and everywhere you've been, and this goes for any football team, have to be strong. And for whatever reason, that's just not there in the weight room.
Yeah, I mean, there's a physicality to the way I coach and the way that the game is supposed to be played. And, these kids are playing with emotion, and they're playing with pride, and they're working their tails off. And again, it's hard to be positive and honest at the same time, because we are doing the things. We're just not capable yet with our strength development to do what we need to do and compete at a 5A playoff level.
No doubt. So to compete tonight, what are your keys to get a Ram win against Althoff?
Well, we've got to limit their passing game, obviously, and we've got to stop number 4. There's no question about that. Number 4 is a dude. He's amazing. Their quarterback, obviously, is a D1 guy. Their special teams are pretty special, to be honest with you. So we have to limit maybe limit their offense possessions as much as we can, either by controlling the clock and the ball, or getting an interception, getting a fumble, doing something. We've only created 3 turnovers this year, so it's not like we're taking possessions away. So we're going to have to play really solid, fundamental, sound, time-consuming football, and hope that we can be in this thing.
Without a doubt. Coach, obviously the best of luck tonight. Let's talk about a Ram W next week.
Oh, man, I'd love that.
All right. Honesty and positivity. I don't know how we blended the two together between he and I this week, but somehow we got it done. And there are a lot of bright spots with this Ram football team, in case you haven't noticed. Rams and Althoff coming up at the top of the hour here on AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the free Section 618.com mobile app. You can also watch us live right here on the WMIX Sports YouTube channel. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to your Monk and Toyota keys to the game and your Hall Insurance Group starting lineups. It's all straight ahead here on the Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. This is Rams football powered by People's National Bank.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you? You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget? At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
With the increasing intelligent technology applied in today's vehicles, make sure you're using a certified collision repair facility to diagnose, repair, calibrate, and complete the safety system checks required. Hi, this is Chase Landers at Landers Towing and Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Let our iCar certified ADAS technicians get you back on the road faster. We are a direct repair facility for most insurance carriers and an industry leader in consumer satisfaction ratings from all major insurance companies. Landers Towing and Collision is family owned and operated since 1988. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Hey everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
At Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, there's something special for every Toyota. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. Right now, get 4.75% APR for 60 months on select 2025 Toyota models, including the Prius, Corolla Gas, Camry, RAV4 Gas, and the Grand Highlander. Whether you're looking for style, performance, or versatility, Munkin Toyota has the perfect ride waiting for you. Don't wait. These offers won't last long. Home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us today at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon or online at munkintoyotamountvernon.com.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
Back to the hunt, where the Rams are still in the hunt for the 2025 IHSA postseason as we face the 2-2 Althoff Crusaders tonight. The Rams come in at 1-3. You've just heard from Rams football coach Dan Mings. And you got his Munkin Toyota keys to the game. First, let's tell you about Landers Towing and Collision Centers. Whether it be collision repair, camper and trailer repair, towing, or heavy collision repair, Landers is here for you. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Your Munkin Toyota keys to the game tonight, of course, furnished by the fine folks at Munkin Toyota, just off of exit 95 in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We're just going to use Dan's keys to the game. What could be better? You have to limit the passing game, obviously. Coming in today, a lot of Division I interest from Ellington. They call him the Duke. Already has an offer from Miami of Ohio out of the MAC, but he's already thrown for this around 600 yards on the season. And as you heard him say, he made it official. He called Stephen Brown, quote, a dude. And, of course, he's over 500 rushing yards for the season. Going to have to stop him as well. Special teams are special. You heard him say that. Let's take that a step further. The Rams have to remember that on a kickoff, it is a live football. We saw against Carbondale, the Rams actually gave up a kickoff. They let it go. Carbondale picked up the live football. They had possession. It almost happened last week against Collinsville. Thankfully for the Rams, the ball ended up out of bounds, and it was a penalty against the K-Hawks. And then, of course, just have to limit offensive possessions tonight for the Althoff Crusaders. We'll talk more about them when we come back. We need to take one final break on our Landers Towing and Collision Centers pregame. Then we're here until kickoff. Coming up at the top of the hour, this is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Hall.com. Stop searching for your own insurance. You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit HallInsGroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. HallInsGroup.com.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
Presented by PNB. You're never too far away from a People's National Bank ATM. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com for branch locations and automated teller machine locations. It's that simple. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. The Mount Vernon Rams come in 1-3, but you heard Dan Minks talk about it earlier on this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame. We're a full, healthy lineup away from potentially being 3-1. The Althoff Crusaders are 2-2. Meanwhile, tough actually wins against Highland and Alton, not in that order to open up the season, but then in back-to-back weeks, a tough loss at Belleville East. Then played the Marion Wildcats. Marion hung a 50-burger on the Crusaders, and so it's a Marion team that you saw two good passing games converge last week, and Marion ended up winning that battle a week ago. Of course, we told you earlier, this is not your older brother's Althoff Crusader team that went 14-0 a year ago and won the 1A state championship 57-14 against Lena Winslow. Charleston Colden, now at Belleville, now at Boston College in the ACC. Jason Dowell, now at Mizzou in the SEC. And, of course, D.R. Hill already getting significant playing time at Oregon in the Big Ten. So you factor all of that, all those guys go. But kind of the guy last year that maybe didn't get all the publicity but still had a very good year was Jaden Ellington. They call him the Duke, and again, already an offer from Miami of Ohio, but there's interest from Illinois, Kansas, Ball State, Michigan State, Iowa State, Indiana, just to name a few of the schools potentially interested in Ellington. So you have that. You have Stephen Brown back. He did get, right around 400, 500 yards last year, already to that point this year as their feature back. So you have the makings for something special out of this Althoff team. Their schedule actually does not get any easier as they have the Rams here tonight. They're at Collinsville next week. A modern-day team currently 1-3. They'll have them at home on October the 10th. Then they'll go to St. Mary's on the 17th, and they'll actually wrap up their season with currently undefeated Caneland out of Maple Park in Chicagoland. So not an easy schedule the rest of the way, so you're kind of in must-win situations now. You would assume you're the favorite against the likelihood of tonight. So next week and then modern day, the rest of it kind of remains to be seen. So for the Crusaders, certainly could put something together. Should be 1A again unless, you have all the success and multipliers and things of that nature. So maybe not. But for the Crusaders, obviously, the makings to go into the playoffs yet again. For the Rams, are going to have a lot of work to do. They have to win tonight. They have to keep winning. You really can only afford to lose one more game. So without a conference championship. But right now, the Rams 1-1 to the South 7 with a win against Carbondale and a loss against Marion. And then after tonight, it'll be Cahokia and Centralia remaining in conference play out of the 4 weeks remaining after tonight. So there you go, kind of a brief look at some goings-on. We'll have some Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates throughout the night. So we'll keep an eye on Centralia at Carbondale, Cahokia at Marion. We'll keep an eye on the what's known currently as the Mississippi Valley Conference, the River to River. We do have one final from the Black Diamond. Red Hill beat Edwards County last night, 30-zip. Red Hill is now 4-1, a win away from playoff eligibility. Althoff will have the football first to get started. Your officials for tonight's contest are Jim Cowson of DuQuoin, Dorian Taylor of Collinsville, Joshua Dunderdale of O'Fallon, A.J. Harshbarger of Granite City, and Paul Dentelman of Belleville. We'll get to the Hall Insurance Group starting lineups for the Rams here in just a moment. As we'll get underway here in the King City, Ken Hunt Stadium, Chris Hugo with you tonight. Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow taking care of the camera. Underway at the top of the hour, the kick from Truman Carnine will go toward that, actually right down the middle toward the post, and it will actually end up as a touchback in the end zone where the Crusaders will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. We'll get to know the Ram defense, sponsored by Hall Insurance Group. Log on to HallInsGroup.com. Get a quote fast, owned by Mount Vernon Sports Hall of Famer Brett Hall. Your ends tonight are number 36, Tylen Davis, a 5'10", 200-pound junior, and number 34, Titan Whitfield, a 6', 170-pound junior. Your defensive tackles are number 77, J.T. Van Allen. He's 6', 280. He's a sophomore. Kylan Brown, wearing number 52, is 5'7", 230, a junior. Linebackers are number 10, Jackson Simmons at 6 foot, 155. He's a junior. Sophomore, number 33, Exodus Thomas, is 5'11", weighs 195. Defensive backs, number 6, Jamarian Peterson, 5'9", 130. He's a senior. Jay Sean Staples wears number 7. Traditionally, he would be the starting defensive back. He's 5'9", 175. Josh Crowder is also a junior, 5'11", 160, wearing number 1. We'll get to the rest. After this first snap out of the pistol, and it'll be a carry right up the middle, right about 10 yards, up the gut by Stephen Brown. We'll see where the official spot is going to be on the first carry of the game, and does it give a first down? It's going to be dangerously close, potentially. And, yeah, it's going to be first down yardage right at 10 yards. Other defensive backs, number 3, a 5'10", 165-pound sophomore, Davius Barnes, and number 8, a 6 foot, 140-pound junior, Carmaine Hopkins, as we'll get another carry just like that. Off-tackle run that time between the hashes, right around the 39-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 9. It'll bring up second down. 2 carries, 19 yards to start here for number 4, Stephen Brown. We'll go a receiver on each side here. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 on each side, flanking the quarterback, and it's going to be a quick handoff. Nope, going to be a quarterback keeper here. Ellington, the Duke on the run past midfield to the 45, brought down to about the 43-yard line. That's going to be, let's see, 11 plus 6 perhaps. Nope, plus 7. That's going to be about an 18-yard run for Jaden Ellington. And that'll be another Althoff first down. So a couple of first downs early to start here for the Crusaders. A rather porous Ram up front. Let's see what they go with here. They'll go 3 left. Ellington, the quarterback. Brown, his single back. Flanking him to the left out of the gun here. Glossy, shiny gold helmets, white tops, navy numerics, navy pants here. And we'll have a motion penalty here on the Crusaders. Yep, false start on Althoff. It'll back it up 5 yards. It'll be first and 15. 10:35 to play in the first quarter. No score yet. Althoff is on the move. They have 3 carries so far for 37 yards on the ground, unofficially. This is going to back them up to the 47-yard line. Still in Mount Vernon territory. Still plenty of time here. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. I'm Chris Hugo with you. Sawyer Overstreet is back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight as let's see what Althoff's going to do here. They'll bunch 3 to the left. Nope, fairly spread out. Out of the pistol here for Ellington, and it's going to be a handoff. Brown going to try to stretch the field to the far side, to the 45, to the 40. Nice cut, gets to the 35, stays on his feet, 30, and brought down. He's tripped up. Gets down to about the 26-yard line. That's going to be a gain of roughly 21, and another Crusader first down. Third first down of the night unofficially. We'll have your Bonnie Cafe halftime stats coming up in your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. But until then, plenty of football to be had here at Ken Hunt Stadium, where we are in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper up the middle on the option. He'll get into the 15, right up the middle. It'll be a first down. It just depending upon the spot. Looks like a 12-yard run here for the quarterback Ellington. 2 carries, 30 yards. And that'll make it first and 10 for the Crusaders. They are just moving that football. They are a proverbial hot knife through butter to start here very early. 9:40 left in the first. Out of the pistol. Ellington, the handoff. Brown. What can Brown do for you? Oh! What can Jackson Simmons do for you? Busting through the line, limiting the gain to 1, maybe 2 yards. There's a slight gain. In fact, we'll put a goose egg there on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 13. Good tackle by Simmons. With 9:19 to play, we're in the first quarter. No score yet. Rams and Crusaders. Crusaders in the red zone here from the Mount Vernon 13 far hash spot. There's the snap out of the pistol. It'll be Brown again. He's finding running room, bouncing off tackles and linebackers as he will get inside the 10 down to about the 8. They might give him to the 7. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the ground for Steve Brown. 8:58 mark. We are in the first quarter, just underway. Looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. $8:45 left here. 3rd and 4. Ball is on the 6-yard line. Shotgun set, single back on the flank, and that's going to be a hammer there at about the 8. Looks like Exodus Thomas in on that one as they flushed out quarterback Ellington, and that could be a loss of 3. So to bring up 4th down here for Althoff as they'll go back to the pistol, it would seem. I do not see their kicker number 30, Austin Wilkinson, anywhere. So out of the pistol here on 4th down, 6 to go. They are at the 9. Out of play action. Oh, that's going to be dumped off and complete to the end as he will be shy of the 5. Won't get there. But I'm going to have to look him up on my roster. Didn't have him as a target. Didn't have him as getting a single target so far this year. And that is going to be a completed pass to Isaiah Daniel, but it won't be enough. About a 3-yard gain. So that'll be a turnover on downs here, and the Rams will get the football. 8:01 to play. Deep in their own territory, they'll take over on their own 8. All right, the Rams offensively will go with the quarterback, number 2, C.J. Hughes-Tisrow. He is a 6'1", 150-pound junior. Carmaine Hopkins is going to start at tailback, 6', 140-pound junior wearing number 8. Exodus Thomas will be your other back. He wears number 33, 5'11", 195 sophomore. Nolan Massel going to start at wideout, 6'1", 180-pound senior. Zay Nesbitt, the other wide receiver, wearing number 5. He's a 6', 160-pound junior. We'll get to know everybody else. It's out of the gun, empty backfield, 3 to the right for the Rams. Trying to get that false start, and I believe they do, or excuse me, that encroachment. I believe they do. 5-yard penalty here on the Crusaders. Tight end tonight, number 87, Adrian Reimer. He's 5'11", 210. He's a senior. Your offensive line, number 71, Carter Burns, a 6', 225-pound junior. Number 58, Myron Sigert, is a 6', 240-pound sophomore. Your center is Holden Burns, number 65, 10, 230. He's a sophomore. Out of the gun again. In motion will be Hopkins. Fake jet sweep out of the play action. Looking to the right side. A heave downfield, and they have. He caught it, Nesbitt, but he dropped it. He had it, but he dropped it. Past the 40 at about the 43. It'll fall incomplete, and how do you like that? You don't. What a pass. What a look. Had it and dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Rams. Oh, other offensive linemen unofficially, number 57, Ethan Kirby, 6'3", 180. He's a senior. Wears number 57. And Carson Bradford, number 74, 6'3", 235. Those were given to me earlier. Could have changed since then. So 2nd and 5, 7:53 mark of the first quarter. No scores. That fell incomplete. What a loud incompletion that was. As now, Carmaine Hopkins, I believe, will get the carry. Trying to stretch and then cut up off tackle and was shy of the 15. Might be a glorified no gain. We will see Jashawn Staples back in the lineup tonight. He just did not get the start. He left the game with an injury last Friday. You heard Dan Mings say that Chris Rudolph was released yesterday, but he couldn't play today, so he'll be back next week as well, and the Rams need it badly. 3rd and 5 from their own 13. 7:22 left in the first, no score. Back to the left, out of the gun. Twins left, and going to be a handoff. Hopkins trying to cut back up. Shook a tackle at about the 11. He may have got a loss of 1 here. So let's see where they spot the football, but I think that was a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up 4th down. In fact, it's a no gain. He got lucky. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon All-State agent, 2100 Broadway in Mount Vernon. 6:48 left here in the first quarter, 4th and 5. Van Allen will check out. We'll get a sub in there on 4th down. As the Rams are back to punt on 4th and 5 from the 12, so it did end up a loss of 1 on that carry for Carmaine Hopkins. 6:33 left. We are in quarter number 1. There's the punt. Nice tight spiral on the punt. Crusaders back to return about the 45-yard line, and it'll be a fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for Althoff at the Althoff 44-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 6:26 to play here in this first quarter. Tell you about one of our great Rams sponsors. Of course, one of our new booster sponsors this year is Mount Vernon Wind Supply. We can't do it without folks like them. Your local source for plumbing wholesale supplies, plus a full bath and kitchen design center to bring your dream space to life. Serving Southern Illinois with quality products, expert advice, and friendly service. As we'll get that Althoff offense back on the field here. 6:26 left in the first quarter. Still looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score. Walgreens Distribution Center looking to hire full-time, part-time, build your own schedule, even salaried positions. They welcome individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Equal opportunity employer. Pistol set. It'll be a handoff to Steve Brown. He will get the carry. 6-yard gain as he'll dive forward to midfield. And so another carry of 5 yards or more for Stephen Brown, and he's having a pretty good night so far. 6 carries, 52 yards unofficially. 2nd and 4 now for the Crusaders. 6:05 left. We're in the first quarter, no score. Another handoff, Brown out of the gun, and he will get first down yardage and then some to the opposing 40-yard line between the hashes, brought down by Jackson Simmons. And another Ram in the picture, Josh Crowder. And that's going to be a nice run there. From the 50 down to about the 37 for a gain of 13. It'll be another Althoff first down. And this time they will go flanking ends, and out of the gun, we'll have a carry here, off tackle run, maybe a gain of 1 on the ground for Stephen Brown. 5:30 mark of this first quarter, still no score. The Rams and the Althoff Crusaders tonight. Congratulations, Rams and Lady Rams Cross Country. This week's Josh Finley Country Financial Rams of the Week. They won the Mount Vernon Invitational. They took both genders last Tuesday here at home, and their only home meet, they won both sides. You can read about it, section618.com. Look for features in Ram of the Week. Brought to you by Josh Finley, your country financial advisor in Mount Vernon, 618-242-4024. There's a heave, flag route down the left side, and that one's reeled in. That's going to be a 37-yard touchdown for the Crusaders to the target, who appears to be Logan Thompson. Thompson did get that touchdown pass. It's a 37-yard TD. So that'll make it 6-0 Althoff, as the point after will be pending here for the Crusaders at the 5:03 mark of this first quarter. So number 30, Austin Wilkinson, is on to kick for the Crusaders here on the PAT. And we'll have a flag coming from the sideline as we'll wait for the PAT yet again at the 5:03 mark. So Thompson gets this started with a 37-yard touchdown reception as we await the Wilkinson PAT to try to make it 7-0. That score is presented by Walgreens Distribution Center on the SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown to open up this first quarter. And that's an offsides penalty against the Rams. That'll move it half the distance, and more than likely, yep, we see it. The kicking team leaving, the offense coming back. It'll be a 2-point conversion try here for the Crusaders. 5:03 left in the first. They get on the board first. Join Casa Raya before or after the game for great food, great atmosphere, great drinks, and exceptional service, as we have a 2-point conversion try here. Out of the gun, the back flanking the quarterback to the right, that's Brown. Quarterback keeper out of the option, right into the end zone, unscathed practically. The arms didn't wrap around until he broke the plane. The 2PC is good, and it's 8-zip Althoff to start us off. We'll go ahead and take a break with 5:03 left in the first. 8-0 Crusaders. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the free section618.com mobile app. Rams football is presented by People's National Bank. They offer competitive rates and flexible solutions for all of your banking needs. Discover how they can help at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. 5:03 left. Thompson, a 37-yard touchdown grab for the Crusaders. 2-point conversion run by Ellington. It's 8-zip Althoff with 5:03 left here in this first quarter. Of course, former conference foes. Althoff left a couple of years ago for the Gateway Metro Conference. No more for football. More on that in a moment, as this will be a pooch kick and will end up beyond the 30, picked up by the Rams. They'll get to about the 35, where they will return. So starting next year, the Metro Valley Conference will open for football, with Marquette, and that's out of Alton, for those of you who may not be familiar. Althoff, Madison, Mater Dei, and Roxana High School. Still a 6th member to be announced, is my understanding. But right now, 5:03 left here. 1st and 10 for the Rams. We'll get another look at them offensively. Of course, our starting lineups a moment ago, presented by Brett Hall and Hall Insurance Group. Log on to hallinsgroup.com. Get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. 5 minutes to play in this first quarter, 8-0. Rams just stalled out their last drive. Had a couple of carries and just didn't do much. As now it'll be a carry up the gut here along that hash. Maybe 2 on the play from the 35 down to the 37. It'll be a gain of a couple here for Jay-Sean Staples, who's making his first appearance. Will be the feature back tonight, though he did not get the start due to the previous injury. So Clark will come up with the tackle for the Crusaders. The Rams will send Mass to the left side, Zay Nesbitt back to the right. They threw one deep on a post route to Nesbitt earlier and deep downfield, but reeled it in but couldn't hang on. That was really the only play of substance. As out of the gun here, gun T offense. It's going to be reversed. The carry is going to be Exodus Thomas to the 40-yard line, pulled down 41, gain of 3. Thomas's number is dialed for the first time tonight. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 to go with the ball on the 42-yard line. So it'll actually be a gain of 4 for Thomas, wearing number 33, playing both ways here tonight. As we get a little bit deeper into this one, 4 minutes to play, first quarter. In the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Handoff going to go to the right side. Ooh, Jashawn might get to the 45, but is it enough for a first down? The judge on the side is going to be about the 44, which means a gain of 2, and that would be 4th and 1. So 4th and short here for the Rams. A conventional wisdom and past precedent would suggest that they're probably going to go for it here. .325 remaining, first quarter, 8-0 your score. Out of the gun, flanked to his right by a back is C.J. Hughes-Disrow. The back is Staples. Quarterback keeper, he'll go right up the gut. Can he lean forward past the 45? Can he break the plane or the line to gain? Althoff is signaling as if it's a turnover on downs. The judge on this side is signaling that it could be a first down with his feet. He's not actually making the mechanic, but where he's standing would suggest that maybe it's a first down. They just had to get beyond the 45-yard line. They got it. About 1.25 yards. Do that math. I believe that would be 3/4 of a foot or 9 inches. So I'm waiting for the chains to move just to make sure that this is a first down for Mount Vernon, not a first down for Althoff. Mount Vernon offense stays on the field. What are the chains doing? Got to move, fellas. All right. I think they were confused as to who actually had the first down on that one. I know I was for a moment as well, so certainly do not fault them for that. Twins each side here for Staples. Out of the gun. Empty backfield. 2:41 left here on 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking for the heave to the near side. The sure-handed Nolan Mass. First down and more. He's to the 45 in opposing territory, down to the 44. That's going to be a gain of 11 for Nolan Mass. I'm going to tell you right now, Dan talked about it in the pregame. If you can get one-on-one coverage with him, it's going to be trouble for the opposition. 2:31 to play. We're in the first. 8-0 Rams trailing here. 1st and 10 now. Ball on the Althoff 44 here on the near hash as Crowder will check out. Thomas will check in. It'll be Thomas and Staples this drive, your 2 backs for this series. So Zay and Nolan here split left for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow. 2:07 left in the first quarter. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX in the free Section 618 app. There's a snap. Quarterback keeper out of the option. Going to try to come to the near side. Does. 40. Steps out of bounds. Shy of the 35. So shy of first down yardage. He will get about 8.5, 9 on the ground. As that will be about an 8-yard gain for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. He is the team's leading rusher right now with 1:57 left here in this first quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Rams, trailing 8-0. They're on the Althoff 36-yard line. They have to get to the 34. Now we have 1:56 remaining here in this first quarter. Rams trailing 8-0. The clock will go below 150 on this play. Out of the gun for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. As a receiver on each side, it's Mass, the left target. Right side for Nesbitt. Staples in the backfield. 3-step drop, turns to the 4. Now rolling to the right side. C.J. is going to put it to his side and get a first down and then some. He's inside the 30, 25, 20. Makes a break for it. Coming to the near side, 15. Outside the hash is 10. Push out of bounds to the 5. They're going to stay the 5-yard line. Gain of 31 yards on the ground for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Will be a Ram first down with 1:45 left here in the first quarter. What a run for C.J. He actually had a 3-step drop, turned into 4, rolled right, put the ball to his hip, and then went for a run. Came all the way back across right to left and ends up pushed out of bounds at the 5 First and goal for the Rams here, trying to get into the end zone for an SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown. Ooh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. First and goal from the 5. CJ, the quarterback, his back is Staples. It's going to be a handoff to Jay Sean. Shook a backfield tackle, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Stays on his feet, lunges toward the end zone for the score. What a play by Staples to keep it going as he was able to bounce off a tackler in the backfield and then had to break a second tackle to leap forward into the end zone, breaking the plane. It'll be a touchdown for the Rams. They're back within 2 on the SI Talent Carpet Supply touchdown run for Jashawn Staples. Michael Croce and Edward Jones, happy birthday. He's the one you can trust with your investments. Serving Mount Vernon for almost 2 decades, Michael Croce is the one to help you invest with Edward Jones. Happy birthday, Michael Croce, Rams sponsor. As the Rams are going to try for the extra point here to cut it to 1. Currently 8-6. Truman Carnine on for the kick with 1:10 left. Ooh, Althoff got quickly off of that edge, but just couldn't get there. So the conversion is good. This extra point is good, and it's 8-7. We'll take a break. Rams back within 1. 1:10 left in the first. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Thank you, Paul Shields, for the video. Of course, the Rams cut it to 1, 8-7. Althoff with 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Jay Sean Staples, the 5-yard touchdown run, the Truman Carnine kick, and it's 8-7 with 1:10 remaining here in the first. Taste history on every plate at the OG Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, ribeyes, crawfish, Sunday dinners. They've got it all every day, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Don't fight hunger. Embrace it with the historic Bonnie Cafe in Bonnie. There's the kickoff from Carnine, trailing toward the near side and stepping back a foot into the end zone. Good catch by the white hat, Jimmy Cowson. That'll be a touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Crusaders. Goodness gracious. Get you a Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update as we can. Where in the world is Tony Wilt? Well, it's like the WMIX version of Where's Waldo, but where is Wilt? Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and tell Tony WMIX sent you. He'll really know I sent you if you say Anthony. But you may not want to do that. 1:10 left. We are in quarter number 1. 8-7 score. Crusaders by 1. They have the football with plenty of time to work with. We did have a score from last night as Red Hill got a Black Diamond win over Edwards County 30-0. The Lions fell to 0-5. Red Hill now 4-1. We'll work on getting you some additional scores throughout the night here. As we have a whistle. Looks like play clock issue perhaps. It might be delay of game. So that's going to push it back as Althoff in the middle of a run. A sweet play there for number 4, Stephen Brown. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty on Althoff. It might be the first delay of game penalty I've seen this year. All right, so back to the 15. It'll be 1st and 15. Either way, still have to get to the 30. Just going to take 5 more yards. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. Remember, FDIC Equal Housing Lender, and out of the option, they were faking sweep to Brown, and then Ellington, the Duke, was going to go right up the middle, but instead loses 2. It'll be 2nd and 17. So after 2 big runs, a couple of losses for Ellington, the 2-point conversion notwithstanding, it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 17 now, 43 seconds left here in the first. Out of the pistol for the Crusaders. Ellington looking for the handoff. Brown has off tackle room, gets past the edge, down to the 20-yard line, breaks the tackle, 25 to the 30, first down for the Crusaders. That's going to be about a 19, 20-yard run here for Althoff. It'll be good enough for a first down. Got to be specific to be terrific, and it looks like he may have gotten 19. Another big run for Brown. We doggies. 24 seconds left. First and 10 from the 30. Quick snap. Quarterback keeper out of the option. And Ellington breaks tackles in the backfield. Breaks another one. Nope, tripped up. JP on the tackle that time. And it looks like that's going to go back to around the 29 on the spot. They may give him forward progress. Let's see where they spot the football. Looks like it's going to be no gain. With 16.3 seconds remaining here in this first quarter, it'll be second down for Althoff. Ball beyond the far hash. Oh, there's a penalty. It's of the 5-yard variety, so it'll be first and 5. I didn't see the mechanic. Nothing to do with the official, just me looking in another direction. So 8 seconds left here. They probably will not run a play, and that could take us to the end of the first. Yep, that's what's going to happen. We are through one here in the King City. It's the Althoff Crusaders 8, the Mount Vernon Rams 7. We'll take a break, come back. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the free Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
Powered by People's National Bank, indeed. Welcome back to the Hunt here. Ken Hunt Stadium, Rams trail 8-7. As we go to the second quarter, we'll switch sides, and the Crusaders will have it first and 5 from their own 35-yard line. Ball is on the near hash. Bunched up right side, and a man in motion here, and that's going to be a jet sweep. Going to the right side on the end around, I should say, and that will be a cut right back up the middle, past the 40 to the 45. Looking to get to midfield, does. Brought down after a 15-yard run is Logan Thompson. Althoff pulling out some stops they haven't necessarily done so far, but that's a 15-yard gain for another Crusader first down. 11:47 left, second quarter. We're still in the first half. 8-7 Althoff on top. They're in those away whites, navy pants, navy numerics and lettering on the white tops with the shiny gold helmets. Quarterback, no, different running back, because it's going to be between the hashes here on the run. He'll get about 8 yards on the carry. Jay Crumble. So that will be 7 yards, actually. It'll be 2nd and 3. So Jay Crumble Jr. actually gets the carry there. 7-yard gain, 11:20 left here in the second quarter. Quick Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update after one. Nashville leads Frankfurt 14-0. And in the Hyphen Bowl, Cesar-Valier leads Christopher Ziegler-Royalton 20-0. As this will be a carry right up the gut. It's going to get 4, maybe 5 for a first down from the ball carrier. It looks like that was the quarterback. Gets about 5. Stats at the half will be presented by Bonnie Cafe. The OG Bonnie Cafe, of course. We'll have that in your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Look for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. As an off-tackle run here and tripped up in the backfield was Brown. I believe that was Burns that tripped him up, and it'll end up with the tackle, and it'll be no gain. A couple of no gains tonight, but otherwise a lot of gains for Stephen Brown. 8-7. We're in the second quarter here from the King City. Apologies, I'll correct the scoreboard on the screen. Just me up here tonight running the machine. Jeff Groh taking care of the camera. Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight as we're on the 39-yard line, 2nd and 10. The Rams bite. They jump. It'll be an offsides penalty. Makes 2nd and 5. Tonight's video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon Allstate agent. If you haven't shopped for insurance in a while, give Paul a call. If everyone else is raising their rates, Allstate might be lowering theirs. Call Paul, 618-241-0551. So 10-18 left first half. 2nd and 5 now for the Crusaders. They're at the 34-yard line in Mount Vernon territory between the hashes. Out of the pistol here for Ellington. The Duke has Brown as his tailback. Brown going to get the run right up the middle. Running room, breaks a tackle, almost broke another, but tripped up as he'll get to the 26-yard line for a gain of 8. That'll be another Althoff first down. Oh, baby. What a night here in the King City. 8-7 Althoff as we're in the second quarter. And that 2-point conversion and that offsides penalty is the difference so far. Centralia and Carbondale tied at 7 after 1. 1st and 10 here with the move chains on the 20s from the 26. It'll be a sweep to the right side for Brown. Ooh, cuts back up, gets inside the 15, looking to the 10. Is he inside that to the 9? Oh, goodness. They're going to give him to the 8. Another gain of 18 for Stevie Brown, and he'll get another Althoff first down. Oh, goodness. Not at the end of the first, but Cahokia leads Marion 14-7. More Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates. 9:30 left first half. Brown going to get the off-tackle run left again. He's inside the 5 to the 4, gain of 5. 12 carries so far and a whole heaping helping of yards that we'll find out in the Bonnie Cafe halftime stats for Stephen Brown. So Davius Barnes will get the tackle. He'll come off. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4. 9:08 left. Twins right, 1 left. Out of the pistol here for Duke Ellington. Kid you not, they call him the Duke. Real name's Jaden. And then there's a handoff. Maybe he just calls himself the Duke, as Brown will get a run, and he'll be shy of the goal line. Gain of about 3. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. So now, not quite in a goal line set, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper here. Ellington looks like he broke the plane on a dive left. Is he in? We wait for the official verdict. Looked in from here. We wait. The drama. Oh, they're going to mark him at the inch line. He's an arm hair out on a 2-yard gain. At least one of my arm hairs. 8:10 left in the second quarter. 8-7 Althoff. They are threatening. 4th and goal now from the foot mark. Quarterback keeper, they'll push him ahead. It'll be into the end zone for the touchdown. Used to not be able to aid in a bed like that in high school, but it'll be a 1-yard touchdown run for Ellington with the 8-minute mark of this second quarter. So on 4th and goal from the 1, Ellington gets into the end zone. And it is 14-7. More than likely, Wilkinson will be on to kick. If you're the Rams, you can't give a penalty here. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, and the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers a full spectrum of physical therapy to both non-surgical and post-operative patients at the Mount Vernon and Centralia locations. Here's the PAT from Wilkinson. It is a line drive. A soft liner, and it's through the uprights and good. 14-7 Althoff. 15, rather. Goodness, and we'll take a break. 15-7 Crusaders, 8 minutes left in the second. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Ready to build something amazing? Look no further than Biltmore Buildings, Inc. As a proud, locally owned company with over 6,000 successful projects, we're here to serve our community with dedication and integrity. From agricultural structures to automotive shops, workshops, and homes, our skilled team is committed to turning your ideas into a reality. With competitive pricing and a family-supported approach, we put you first. Let's build your future together. Call Biltmore Buildings, Inc. at 618-732-8704.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
8 minutes left, second quarter. Althoff 15-7 lead here. After 1, Benton leads Anna Jonesboro 28-zip. Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard for you. Triad leads Highland after 1, 14-7. 15-7 here. Althoff on top. Kicking off to the Rams. It'll be Wilkinson to kick off. Just nailed the extra point. After an Ellington 1-yard run. Not quite offside kick or onside kick, but to the 30. It's picked up by the Ram would-be ball returner. Looked like Nolan Mast from here, and of course it was. The hands were good. So no gain on the kick return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon from the 30-yard line with 7:58 left here in this first half. Appreciate People's National Bank, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. Bank with confidence at PNB with a range of services and dedicated support. They're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 7:58 remaining here in the first half. We'll have your Huey Funeral Home halftime show coming up. Right now it's 15-7 Crusaders. 7:58 to play here in the second quarter. The quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow, will have Jashawn Staples in the backfield. Looks like it'll be Rhodes, the tight end right. And looking to open up something on this near side. Using that speed, it's Jashawn as he will get to the 35, 37, 38, 39 on the roll. We'll see where the spot is going to take us. They may give him on the far side, 40 on the near side, 39. Gain of 9 for Jay Sean. It'll be 2nd and short here for the Rams, 2nd and 1. So Aki will get the tackle there for Althoff. 7:33 left first half. 15-7 is the Crusader lead. They got on the board first to take an 8-0 lead. Rams responded, made it 8-7. Althoff scored again, took the PAT, and it's 15-7 now. With 7:10 left here in this first half. Out of the gun, it'd be backfield for the quarterback, Hughes-Disrow. He's looking left. Throws left on a slant, coming over the top. Oh! Screened somewhat on the throw was Nolan Mast. He had actually cut up and out. It'll fall incomplete. Goodness gracious, 7:11 left here in this second quarter. It's 3rd and 1 for the Rams. They threw on 3rd down, and it was a great throw, but everything happened but the catch. Out of the gun here with a single back. That'll be Staples. Nesbitt and Mast are on the left side here for Hughes-Disrow, the quarterback. Screen pass in the backfield. Caught by Nesbitt. Zay will lean forward for the first down. You love to see it. A 3-yard catch for Zay Nesbitt. And that'll be a Ram first down with 7:03 left here in the second quarter. Get started planning for the future with Country Financial representative Josh Finley. Call 618-242-4024 or find Josh Finley at countryfinancial.com. Sponsors our Ram of the Week award, and this week it's cross country. Read about it on our social media at WMIX Sports. Out of the gun now for the quarterback, Hughes-Disrow. The back is Staples. Off tackle run. He'll go up the gut, actually, and get halfway there, maybe 6. We'll see where the spot is going to take us here as he went from the 43 to the 48, gain of 5. .607 left here in this first half. 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Play action. Looking downfield here to the left side. Nesbitt had it. Nesbitt lost it. He looked ahead, I think. Thought he had it, then looked ahead, thinking he might have it, running into the end zone. But no, you got to catch it first. Unfortunately, it'll be an incomplete pass. Goodness gracious. Right on target from C.J. Hughes-Disrow and the Rams receiving corps. Just struggle with that one. 6 minutes left here in this first half. 15-7. Down 8 are the Rams. 3rd and 5 from their own 48-yard line. Nolan Mast will be on the right side. Right slot along the near hash is Zay Nesbitt. Reimer Rhodes will be tight on that left side. Single back here out of the gun T offense here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Staples is his back, flanking him to the right side. Going to use him as a blocker. Getting that screen, gets first down yardage beyond midfield, down to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 on the ground for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. And with 5:51 left in this second quarter, that'll be another Ram first down, trailing 15-7 here at home to the Althoff Crusaders. We're looking for another SI Talent Carpet Supply first down. PNB, People's National Bank, offers competitive rates and flexible solutions for all of your banking needs. Discover how they can help at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Rams will have Mast on the left, Nesbitt on the right. He's in motion right to left. And jet sweep for Zay. Zay has running room as he will get 10 yards, leans forward toward the 36. Should be a perfect 10, should be a first down, and should move those chains. 5:09 left here in the second quarter. 15-7 Althoff, with the Rams threatening. They're going to say, nope, 9.5 yards. Okay, now they're going to move it. So it'll be a 10-yard gain exactly for Zay Nesbitt off the jet sweep. 4:58 left here in the first half. 15-7, Rams down 8. Rams will have the football to start the second half, barring any special teams issues. There's the snap. Play action, slant pass, caught by Nesbitt. He's on the run. Over the middle to the 10-5, touchdown. 36-yard touchdown catch for Zay Nesbitt. Holy cow, as they get into the end zone. It's 15-13 as Nesbitt cuts it to 2. 36 yards, C.J. Hughes-Disrow and Zay Nesbitt. His second catch of the night is his biggest. 36 yards for the score, and the Rams will probably, well, I was going to say would probably go for the sure PAT, but they may look for the tie here with 4:36 remaining here in the quarter. So the Rams look to tie it here. Nesbitt looked it into his hands, and by God, he caught it and ran. They're going to have to get rid of it here. Back of the end zone, Adrian Reimer for the grab, and the Rams tie it up at 15 as they get 2. Another Rams catch in the back of the end zone. Adrian Reimer out of nowhere. Good find by C.J. Hughes-Disrow, and we are tied at 15. Unbelievable. And we are tied at 15 with 4:36 left here in the half. I'm going to keep it here. Probably wasted a little too much time on that one. My apologies to Sawyer back at the studio. Keep it here. And with 4:36 left in this first half, we're tied at 15 as the Rams will kick off. Now you need your defense. Another SI Thailand Carpet Supply touchdown for the Mount Vernon Rams, thanks to Zay Nesbitt's 36-yard touchdown catch. And Reimer catches one in the back of the end zone to tie it at 15 on the two-point conversion. Great finds, great heaves, great throws for C.J. Hughes-Disrow, who's getting it done out of the backfield tonight. Logan Thompson and Stevie Brown back to return for the Crusaders, standing on their own 5-yard line. Truman Carnine, the 4-star kicker, on to kick off. Coles Camp certified 4-star kicker. Kick up, kick in over in. Kick back at about the 2, and that's going to be where Logan Thompson picks it up. He's at the 10, 15, 20 between the hashes. Uh-oh, got to stop somebody. 25 to the 30. Had a couple of guys riding him to about the 34-yard line, and it took about 3 to bring him down. Great athleticism there for Thompson, and it'll get the Crusaders decent field position from their own 34. Scoreboard updates tonight presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town. We'll get you a whole helping of scores in our halftime show, and we'll get you what we can as we go along. Jaden, Ellington, and the Crusaders are back on offense with Brown, the tailback, out of the pistol here. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, man in motion. All to set up the run here by Brown, and the Rams aren't buying as he'll get maybe 2 on the play. 3 to the 37. Still not a bad run. Oh, baby, what a game we have for you tonight. The Rams and Crusaders are tied. 4:06 left here in this second quarter of play. Out of the pistol again, Brown. Ooh. That was almost a mishandled snap, but good hands by Brown. He'll get to the 45 on the run to the near hash, down shy midfield at about the 49, And what looked like might be trouble ends up as about a 12-yard gain and another Althoff first down. They are running Brown into the ground. You knew they would. He has 15 carries unofficially already. If he's not already above 100, he's close. We'll add it up for you. We'll get you the tally in our halftime show presented by Huey Funeral Home. Shotgun here, trips right. Out of the gun, of course. Flanked to his left is the back, a different back. And this will be number 5 on the carries. He'll get midfield on the far hash. Down inside about the 46-yard line. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 6 for number 5, Jay Crumble Jr. It looks like about 5.5. So 3:17 remaining here in the half. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Althoff, tied at 15. Plenty of time. They have moved the football with relative ease tonight. Of course, you can make the switch to People's National Bank with relative ease. Explore their services and find out how they can support your financial journey at peoplesnationalbank.com. Play action out of the pistol. Dead to rights in the backfield. They will get Ellington back beyond the 45 to the 44. That's going to be a loss of 9 for Ellington on the sack. I feel like I saw Exodus Thomas and Jay Sean Staples in the family portrait there on the sack of the quarterback. Kylan Brown, my apologies, 52. Huge loss. It'll end up closer to 9 when it's all said and done. 3rd and long with 2:27 left on a big tackle by Brown and Staples. They'll go back. Oh, looks like they're going to go gun with the back flanking the QB. Trips right, 1 left. In motion is Crumble. Looking deep downfield. Ellington has room to run. Going to dump it off to the left side, and that one's going to be mishandled. Kyle Watkins came over the top. They found him about the 30-yard insignia, and it'll be dropped shy of the sideline for 4th down as that falls incomplete. Crowder on the coverage and brings him down to avoid any chance he'd have of a second effort at the catch. It'll be 4th and 13, and that's a massive defensive stop for your Ram defense. I don't know how this game will end. I don't know what will happen the rest of the way, but I do know in that pregame interview next week with Dan Mings, we have a lot of positives to talk about with this first half of football against a 2-2 Crusader team. .209 left in the second quarter. We are going to have our first timeout taken of the night, presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. Of course, we're going to keep it here during this timeout with 2:09 remaining in the first half. We're tied at 15. We'll get you some more scores from around the area when we can. See what kind of updates we have. Let's see. Okay, we finally have an end of first quarter score. Cahokia leads Marion 14-7. That one's at Wildcat Stadium. After 1, Centralia Carbondale are tied at 7. Triad leads Highland 14-7. Benton all over AJ 28-zip. Nashville leads Frankfort 14-0. Sesterville Waltonville leads Christopher Ziegler Royalton Alvarado 20-0. All of those are in the first quarter scores. Presented by your State Farm agent here in the King City, Tony Wilt. TonyWilt.com, or look for that red State Farm Jeep around town and see how you can get to a better state with your good neighbor, State Farm agent Tony Wilt. So 4th and 13, Wilkinson back to punt. The Rams have a return man. Looks like Mass at about the 20. Go with the hands. I like it. He's running after it, calling for fair catch, and no problem. So the Rams will have it 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Ends up as a good punt from Wilkinson, but it ends up as a great fair catch from Mast, who took care of the football, reeled it in, no problem, and gives the Rams a good opportunity here for a 2-minute drill with 2:02 precisely left in this second quarter, tied at 15. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth tonight. All of it presented by People's National Bank. We appreciate we appreciate all of our many great sponsors. We'll look for a Malford and Culver star of the game in our Biltmore Buildings postgame show. So Nesbitt will be split left. They'll spread it out a little bit here out of the gun tee offense. Mast on the right. Staples the back. Rhodes will be wing back left. And out of the gun for C.J. Hughes-Disrow with 2:02 to play with. 1st and 10 from their own 18. Staples trying to get something going here. Gets beyond the 20, shy of the 25. He'll get to the 24. Gain of 6 for Jashawn. And there we go. Six carries, not a ton of yards tonight, but just getting the feel for it again after missing most of last week with injury. Had an injury as well against Carbondale. As the Rams will send both targets left this time. Split left is masked. Left slot for Zay Nesbitt. Still Staples in the backfield here for the quarterback, Hughes Disrow, with 1:28 left. And he will run right up the middle looking for that first down to pause the clock with a 7-yard run to the 31-yard line for CJ. He has 4 carries, 39, 44, 51 yards on the night for the Ram quarterback. Hope you don't mind that Mount Vernon 201 math on the fly. Instruction coming in from the sideline with 69 seconds left here in the first half. We're tied at 15. The Rams and the Althoff Crusaders here tonight. Empty backfield out of the gun. C.J. Hughes Disrow. Rhodes will be left side. Looks like left slot Staples. On the right, Nesbitt and Mast. 2-step drop 3. Running now and not getting much out of it will be C.J. and a helmet comes off. That'll be a loss of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. The Rams do have all 3 timeouts. And they do call it. We need to stop the clock. Timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. Oh, it was not a timeout. My apologies. So 35 seconds left. Clock running, 2nd and 10. Rams may just be content with getting the ball to start the half. So now we're going to have a whistle blow play dead. And Althoff wants a timeout with 23.5 seconds left. This timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX and the WMIX Sports YouTube channel tonight. We're glad to have all of you who may be watching, and especially overjoyed to have those of you on the radio tonight and that free Section 618.com mobile app. We'll work on getting you scores from around the area tonight, especially Hoptown, Kentucky. That's Hopkinsville. They're at Carterville tonight. Carterville's currently undefeated at 4-0. Among some other undefeated teams tonight. Somebody's going to take home that Route 148 sign from Christopher tonight. Right now, SVW is on top at halftime, 26-0 over CZRE. 23.5 seconds remain. 2nd and 13 for the Rams from their own 28-yard line. Centralia now leads Carbondale 21-7 halfway through the second quarter. That is at Blyer Field in Carbondale. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. 23.5 ticks to go on this second quarter clock here in the King City. 15-15. We are all square. Rams with a long drive ahead of them. Did not use a timeout on any of that time that they had, about 1:20 to be exact. Or generic. 2nd and 13 now. Ball between the hashes at their own 28-yard line. Hughes Disrow, the quarterback. Both receivers right. Staples in the backfield to his right. The Rams are loaded right, if you will, and now out of the gun for the quarterback, Hughes Disrow. Back to pass. Off the edge they'll come, and he is going to be sacked. Absolutely drilled at about the 22-yard line for a loss of 6. Well, 5 seconds left, tied at 15. I can't fathom this will be this will have to be the end of the half. Well, not bad. The Rams will have the football to start quarter 3. We're tied at halftime. The Mount Vernon Rams 15, the Althoff Crusaders 15. We'll come back with your Huey Funeral Home halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
You need insurance to help protect things that mean a lot to you. You need coverage that's affordable because we all have a budget. At Country Financial, we get it. For close to 100 years, we've offered insurance and financial services to help protect what's most important to you and to help prepare for your future. Best of all, I'm here to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. In other words, we've got your back. I'm Josh Finley, your local Country Financial representative. Call me at 618-242-4024.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Over the years, we've stayed pretty humble about most things, but being from Wisconsin is not one of them. Still today, we are a family restaurant, proud of our small-town roots and nicer than nice people. Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. Our food tastes homemade because our menu is homegrown.
Culver's at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey everyone, it's Marty with Huey and Newell Funeral Homes. Life is deceptive in the course of living it. We get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we lose sight of what we're actually here for. A life well lived is one that doesn't rely on accomplishments or acquiring stuff, but instead focuses on relationships. Practicing kindness, empathy, and compassion are the things that last and will impact other people's lives for generations to come. We are Huey and Newell Funeral Homes, serving our community with the greatest of care now and many years to come.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Huey and Newell halftime show starts now.
We're back here at halftime, Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth for Mount Vernon Rams football, presented by People's National Bank. Tied at 15 here at the half. The Mount Vernon Rams and Althoff Crusaders are all square. Crusaders came in 2-2. The Rams are 1-3. As we welcome you inside this Huey Funeral Home halftime show, Huey Funeral Home in Mount Vernon offers a full selection of cemetery markers, full-size monuments, and mausoleums at reasonable prices. HueyFH.com to learn more. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you caught up in those Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County halftime stats. 15-15, all tied up here at the break. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Temperatures are up, graduations are over, baseball is in full swing. It is safe to say that summer is here. When you're in the car for hours headed to the beach, take a moment and reflect on how special that time is. These are important memories. Equally as important are the insurance plans you put in place for your family when things do not go as planned. This is your State Farm agent, Tony Will, and that is what we do every day. We plan for the unexpected. Don't wait for the crisis to hit and then prepare for it. Come see us today in Mount Vernon or find us online at TonyWilt.com.
Big savings are rolling in at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. Right now, we've got two 2025 Toyota Tundras ready for you with big savings. Choose 1.75% APR for 72 months or take $3,000 in customer cash on the Tundra iForce Max Platinum or the Tundra Limited. These trucks are built to work, built to play, and built to move fast, just like this deal. See you at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty, or shop online anytime at MunkinToyota.MountVernon.com.
When you are injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
When you've experienced the loss of someone you love, you can trust Huey Funeral Home to guide you through the process of honoring their life. HueyFH.com or call 618-242-3348. Halftime here in the King City at Ken Hunt Stadium. It's a pleasure to remake your acquaintance. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX, the WMIX Sports YouTube channel, and the free Section618.com mobile app. As the Mount Vernon Rams and Althoff Crusaders are tied at 15 after 2 quarters of play. Let's take a look at your Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County halftime stats. Find comfort food like Grandma used to make at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Hot lunch and dinner buffets daily, 6 to 8, 7 days a week inside the Mount Vernon Outland Airport, or check out their full menu at the OG in Bonnie. Scoring drives tonight, the 5:03 mark of the first quarter. Logan Thompson with a 37-yard touchdown grab from the Duke Ellington pass for a touchdown. Rams committed an offside penalty on the PAT. That allowed for Ellington to run it in for a 2-point conversion to take the 8-0 lead. Rams come back with 1:10 left in the first. Ja'Shawn Staples a 5-yard touchdown run. Truman Carnine nailed the kick to cut it to 1. It's 8-7 at that point. Then in the second quarter with 8 to play, Jaden Ellington a 1-yard touchdown run. Wilkinson got the kick to make it 15-7. And then with 4:36 left in the second, Zay Nesbitt a big catch over the top, 36-yard catch. And Adrian Reimer caught the 2-point conversion try to tie it at 15. Althoff was threatening with about 2:30 to play in that first half, and the Rams got the stop, 3 and out-ish, adjacent, if you will. And the Crusaders punted it off, and unfortunately the Rams just couldn't get much done with it. I think they were more concerned about having a tie game and coming out in the second half with the football. Taking a look at your unofficial Bonnie Cafe halftime stats, Stephen Brown led the way with 15 carries for 133 yards. Jaden Ellington, I did not total his up. Rookie mistake here by yours truly. 30, 27, 25, 30, 32, 33, 23 yards on 9 carries tonight for Ellington with a touchdown. 2 carries for 13 yards for Jay Crumble Jr., and then 1 jet sweep for 15 yards for Logan Thompson for Althoff. Receiving game tonight, Logan Thompson had the 37-yard touchdown. Isaiah Daniel, a 3-yard catch. Otherwise, if memory serves correctly, 1 of 3 passing tonight for Jaden Ellington with the touchdown. For the Rams, they have 6 carries unofficially for 29 yards for Jay-Sean Staples, 6 carries for 43 yards for C.J. Hughes-Disrow, a carry for 4 yards for Exodus Thomas, and Zay Nesbitt on a sweep for 10 yards. Receiving-wise, Nolan Mast has 1 catch for 11 yards, and Zay Nesbitt, God love him, 2 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown tonight for number 5. Passing game, let's see. 3 of 7 for Hughes-Disrow for 50 yards and a touchdown. And that is a look at your scoring and stats of the first half, presented by Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County. We appreciate their support here on our Huey Funeral Home halftime show. We'll take a break. We'll catch up on all the fall sports this week when we return on your Huey Funeral Home halftime. Here at the half, the Mount Vernon Rams 15, the Althoff Crusaders 15. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a torrential downpour. You can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Based on coverage limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. In Mount Vernon, delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe, inside the Mount Vernon Airport, or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
If you are looking for a new career, Walgreens Distribution Center in Mount Vernon is hiring. Walgreens offers an excellent benefits package, competitive pay, on-site health clinic, 401k, performance bonuses, shift differentials, full-time employment, and maintenance technician openings. Plus, they have walk-in Wednesdays every Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. No appointment necessary. Walgreens is an equal opportunity employer and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Walgreens promotes and supports a drug-free workplace.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app, this is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
AM 940, 96.5 FM, and the free Section618.com mobile app. Chris Hugo with you on the Huey Funeral Home halftime show, taking a look at fall sports, the rest of them going on here in the months of August through October and beyond. Let's take a look first at Lady Rams volleyball. They're 6-11 now on the year. Monday, they lost to Salem in straight sets, 25-14, 25-20. Wednesday, they responded with a big win over Cahokia in straight sets, 12-4. Next up for Lady Rams volleyball, they host Carbondale Tuesday, travel to Harrisburg on Thursday. Mount Vernon Rams soccer 3-6 on the year. On Saturday, they beat Vienna Goreville here at home 5-2. Keegan Oath out with a half trick. Brody Phillips, Keaton Koch also netted goals in that one. Thursday, a tough loss to Effingham here at home. Brody Phillips, the lone goal for the Rams. Next up, Harrisburg tomorrow for Alumni Recognition Day. Former Rams and Lady Rams players are encouraged to attend to be celebrated for their dedication and commitment to MVTHS soccer. That'll happen at halftime tomorrow on the pitch here at Kinhunt Stadium. Kickoff slated for 10 o'clock a.m. Next week, the Rams will travel to Massac County on Monday, Marion on Tuesday, and then Road Warriors again as they head to Carbondale on Thursday. Cross country, no meets this week, but they are this week's Josh Finley Country Financial Rams of the Week when they won the boys and girls Mount Vernon Invitational on September the 16th. Next up for the Runnin' Rams and Lady Rams, the Springfield Invitational tomorrow. Boys golf last Saturday won the Salem Invitational match play with first from Max Reinhardt, Gage Rainey, and Slade Emery. Tuesday, they battled Benton and Waltonville at Green Hills. The Rams and Benton tied at 150, with Benton taking the tiebreaker. Waltonville finished with 161. The match medalist was Sawyer Wilkinson from Benton with 34. The Rams' Xander Ashby tied for second with Waltonville's Brendan Klingler with 36, and he's the real deal. Both of them. Gage Rainey had a 37, Colton Crawford a 38, Lucas Oli a 39, Slade Emery a 42, Abel Nelson a 43 in that one. On Tuesday, the South 7 Conference match at Hickory Ridge in Carbondale. Carbondale won the conference with a 326, the Rams a 336. Centralia had a 341, Marion a 370. Xander Ashby was the conference champ with a 76, so congratulations to him. Max Reinhardt finished with an 83, Gage Rainey an 84, Colton Crawford a 93, Slade Emery a 94, and Lucas Oley with a 98. Today, the Rams are at the Orphan Invite at Greenview. Of course, next up, they'll have Nashville and West Glen at Governor's Run on Monday and the IHSA Regional at Hickory Ridge on Wednesday. Let's take a look, see if we can find the results from the Orphan Invitational today. We will certainly look for them. Let's see what we got. Should be in the books. Thank goodness for this golf app that we have now, that we did not have years ago. 3 teams for the Rams entered in this one. Mount Vernon Team 1 took a 72. That was good for 7th place. Mount Vernon Team 3 took 13th with a 74. And Mount Vernon Team 2 took 21st with a 77. And in, let's see, Team 1, Xander Ashby shot a 73. Slade Emery a 79. Team 3, which finished with a 74. Abel Nelson a 77. Landon Tinsley, way to go, an 80. And then Mount Vernon Team 2 that finished with a 77. Gage Rainey and Colton Crawford both shot 77s. I feel like that was a best ball competition today in the Orphan Invitational. Next up, girls golf. Wednesday at Nashville. Don't have any results there. It's supposed to be Mount Vernon Nashville Sandoval there at Nashville's 9-hole course there, the municipal course in Nash Vegas. Thursday, that's yesterday, the Lady Rams battled in the South 7 Conference meet at Green Hills. Centralia took the conference crown, tied with Marion at 363. Lady Rams shot at 396. Carbondale was 2 strokes back at 398. Lady Rams, Malia Jones shot at 91. Briley Tate 100. Harlow Quiava 2 strokes back at 102. Lucy Owens a 103. Josie Coley a 118. And Paisley Ramsey a 119. Next up for Lady Rams golf, the O'Fallon Regional at Tamarack in Shiloh on Tuesday. Girls tennis, don't have all the results from this week. I have a feeling that Mondays may have been canceled at Fairfield due to rain. But Tuesday against Carbondale, the Terriers took that one 9-0. And then yesterday, the Lady Rams lost at Salem 8-1. Next up for them, the Mount Vernon Invitational tomorrow. They'll host Hillsborough on Wednesday and Centralia on Thursday. And that's the look at the week in Rams Fall Sports. Here on your Huey Funeral Home Halftime Show, we're tied at 15. The Rams and Althoff will get you set for the second half when we come back. Tied at 15, Mount Vernon and Althoff. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
It's a truck attack at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Hi, this is Chris Wilson. We've got 5 of the brand new 2025 Toyota Tacomas in stock, all ready to roll. Lock in an incredible 3.99% APR for 60 months and drive the midsize truck everyone's talking about. Don't wait. These Tacomas won't last long. Come see me today at Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty, or shop online anytime at MunkinToyotaMountVernon.com.
Chris with Bean Insurance Agency. We've been serving the listening area for over 20 years. Our office has a combined experience of over 75 years of insurance knowledge. We have multiple companies to choose from, so you get a great rate, and we strive to provide the best customer service around. This combination has won Bean Insurance Agency multiple awards over the last 20 years. Call today and find out for yourself at 618-242-6017 or stop by 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southern Illinois, check out the deals from 618 Axe Bar and Grill, Mount Vernon, PMR Automotive in Marion, SI Bowl, Carterville, and Rips Brick Oven Pizzeria, Carbondale.
If you're in Mount Vernon, Centralia, Salem, Nashville, Marion, Cape, Sykeston, Paducah, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX, presented by People's National Bank.
Back at Ken Hunt Stadium here in the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders are all square at 15. Let's check in with the Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard here on our Huey Funeral Home halftime show. Here it's tied at 15. Near halftime, Centralia leads Carbondale 21-7. Late in the second quarter, Marion and Cahokia are tied at 14. It's 27-14. Triad leading Highland late in the second. Elsewhere at halftime, Benton all over Anna Jonesboro 49-zip. Nashville was leading West Frankfort 14-0. That was after 1. That was not a halftime score. We'll see if we can get one of those for you before we get back to play. Elsewhere, all halftime in the BDC, 16-0. Fairfield leads Carmi, 16-6. 16-6. Johnson City leads Flora. Those two are both undefeated. Hamilton County leads El Dorado 26-14 at the break. SVW leads CZR 26-0. That's at halftime. Final score from last night, Red Hill beats Edwards County 30-0. Late in the second, Mater Dei leads Macomb. Is that right? I'll check on that one. But we currently have Mater Dei leading Macomb 21-7 late in the second quarter. Halftime, Edwardsville leads Belleville East 21-14. Late in the second, Charleston a 24-14 lead over Mattoon. That one's played at O'Brien at Eastern Illinois tonight. Scores presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for that red State Farm Jeep around town to see how you can get to a better state with State Farm. We'll see what we can find for you. I really want to know about Nashville and Frankfort, and part of the reason for that one is because right now it's a situation in West Frankfort that nobody really wishes for. They're having an issue with a teacher contract, and we're past the point of mediation and things of that nature. So with Frankfort looming at 4-0, if they can somehow get past Nashville tonight, be 5-0, that makes that situation down there an entirely different ballgame. So we'll see how things end up there. And that's a situation you don't wish on anyone whatsoever. Another addition to the scoreboard update. They are late in the second quarter. Roxana leads Salem 33-0. All right. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, as we told you, as we're on this Huey Funeral Home halftime show. That segment with the fall sports recap takes a while. So I'm not sure if this is the warm-up clock we're in or if we still have 3 minutes to go, but either way, we are in the Huey Funeral Home halftime show for you here on WMIX Section 618 app and the WMIX Sports YouTube. As I'd love to tell you more about Huey Funeral Home as soon as my fingers can scroll to the point that I can, and tell you that Huey Funeral Home is deeply honored to have been a part of the rich history of their communities, and your trust is their sacred obligation. HueyFuneralHome.com, HueyFH.com, or 618-242-3348. Teams are on the field. Rams should have the football first, and want to point out tonight that our football crew here are guys that have very rarely, if ever, worked together. These are 5 different guys coming from 5 different places. I'm going to tell you right now, they've done a good job tonight. An absolutely phenomenal job, especially considering that they have not worked together before. So give them credit for keeping this one tight and in control. 15 all as we get ready for the second half. We'll look for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score. All the action tonight is presented by People's National Bank. PeoplesNationalBank.com. You're never too far away from a PNB branch or ATM. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And as you would anticipate, an onside kick from the Crusaders, but there's Nolan Mast. Mast will get it at about the 38-yard line where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 and make that all for naught. Cahokia back on top, 22-14 over the Marion Wildcats as we get late into the second quarter down there in Marion. So 1 second into the half here. Didn't take long on the grab by Mast to get down and have 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line here to start us off. Congratulations, Rams and Lady Rams cross country. This week, Josh Finley, Cuddy Financial Rams of the Week. Let Josh Finley of Cuddy Financial help you achieve your financial future. Call 618-242-4024. Visit Josh Finley at countryfinancial.com. First drive here of this second half for the Mount Vernon Rams. They'll send 3 to the right side, not quite trips. Now Staples in motion, and it's going to be a run to the near side here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow, but he'll get across that 35 to the 30. Ooh, they're only going to give him 1. They're going to give him a gain of 1 to the 36. It'll be 2nd and 9, and we have an injured Crusader on the field. That appears to be Aki. Certainly hope he's okay. So 11:44 left here in the third. We're 16 seconds into this second half. Tied at 15. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Allstate insurance agent in Mount Vernon. Visit Paul at 2100 Broadway and get a free quote. loves giving free quotes. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Rams. 11:44 left, third quarter, tied at 15. Nesbitt will go left, Mast will go right, and Staples will flank Disrow to his right. Out of the gun tee here with 11:44 left. Out of the gun, play action. Ooh, going to the left side, going to be a tough throw for CJ. He'll fall, he'll be touched, and an unforced error in the backfield is going to be a loss for the Rams all the way back to the 27. It'll be a loss of 9 for CJ Hughes Disrow Jr. Here in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers Ortho Express urgent care services Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. 11:11 is the clock. 3rd and 17 for the Rams. They'll empty out the backfield here. 2 left, 2 right. Twins each side, and back to pass. Off the edge they go. The line collapses, and that's going to be a sack all the way back to the 21. And then as Disrow gets up, he's hit again. Or excuse me, no, that wasn't him. Sorry, I was looking at another play. Interesting. That'll push it back forever. Another loss of about 6 or so. 4th and Nason here for the Mount Vernon Rams. Actually, they'll have to get to Dix. 10:30 left here in the third quarter. It's 4th and 24. We're tied at 15, and the Rams are going to punt it away. As I believe that's Logan Thompson between the hashes is about the 38-yard line for Althoff. Not the start to the half the Rams were expecting. And with 10:09 remaining here, the play clock had struck 0. That'll back it up another 5. So tied at 15, 10:09 remaining here, and a first half that moved rather quickly has yielded to a second half that's going to move at a snail's pace and be the nightmare of everyone in attendance. Although tied at 15, still plenty of positives abound. There's the punt. Going to be about midfield, short of it, and about the 48. Running room for Thompson. He'll go to the right side, 35, 30, 25 as he makes a move, looking to the sideline, cuts back near the 20 at the 22. Brought down, and that's going to be a nice return of about 28 yards for Logan Thompson to the right side. It'll set up Althoff just outside the red zone, tied at 15, under the 10-minute mark. And we have a bit of a fracas there off of the far sideline. Wasn't quite as bad as the one at Chester a few years back that netted in somebody DDT and another guy, but thankfully any further circumstance, warranted or unwarranted, was successfully avoided. Good job by the officials and the coaching staffs. Now, if you're looking for a bank that truly cares, People's National Bank offers exceptional customer service and innovative solutions. Discover more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Equal housing lender. 9:53 left here, third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from the 26-yard line. We'll get another look at Jaden Ellington and his crew. Stephen Brown will be the back. They'll split Isaiah Daniel to this left side and have 2 to the right. Among them is Eli Bolden. Looks like Kyle Watkins right slot here. Offset Twins right side out of the pistol set. It's going to be a handoff to Stephen Brown. And guess who's shopping there in the backfield? Looks like Exodus Thomas, and I'm going to guess by process of elimination, Jackson Simmons snuck into the backfield, got the tackle for loss, and that'll be a loss of about 2. Not too shabby. 9:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Still looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score. Walgreens has a variety of opportunities, including Monday to Friday work schedules with no weekends. They even have leadership opportunities. Walgreens is an EOE and welcomes individuals with diverse talents and backgrounds. Pistol again, same formation, 2 right, 1 left. And it's a handoff to Brown. He'll get a gain of about 1.5 on this one, but that's going to be Titan Whitfield on the tackle to stop too much progress, and that's going to be a gain of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 11 this time as we'll drop below the 9-minute mark of this third quarter, and that Ram edge has stabilized with a good effort from the linebacking core this series, too. 3rd and 11 from the 27. Althoff in Mount Vernon territory outside the red zone. Rams fans on their feet, vibrating the aluminum bleachers. 2 right, 2 left. Out of the gun, single back here for Ellington. 2-step, turns into a 3-step drop, looking to the right side, and that's going to be underthrown. I think he might have been hit by Reimer as he threw. As I look off in the distance, and that'll be 4th and 11. Falls incomplete, stops the clock, 8:35 remaining. And a 15-all ball game just became a little interesting. We'll see if they want to test the leg of Wilkinson or go for it here on 4th and 11. You're deep enough in Mount Vernon territory, why not? All right, we'll see if the Crusaders are hitting blackjack or playing the penny slots. 4th and 11 on the gamble. 2-step drop, looking for the fade, down to the near side, and that's going to be caught. Oh, my gosh. Near the goal line, caught by number 3 on the dive, Eli Bolden, and that is going to be a gain of 25. What a catch over the middle. He just came to get it on a late slant, and that'll be 1st and goal from the 2 for the Crusaders. What a play. And that is why Jaden Ellington is getting D1 looks. So they'll go ahead and say it the 1 instead of the 2. So that'll end up as a 26-yard catch. 1st and goal. Handoff, Stephen Brown into the end zone, and Althoff back on the board with the Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter on an SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. Well, talk about a different dynamic now with 8:03 left here in the 3rd. Well, Wilkinson on for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, all of it. In rhythm, in motion, and it's good. It's 22-15. We'll take a break. 22-15 Althoff, 8:03 left in the 3rd. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Landers Towing and Collision of Mount Vernon and Salem is your go-to one-stop shop when it comes to vehicle repair and towing. We provide high-quality collision repair services for your light and medium-duty vehicles, campers, and heavy-duty trucks. Landers use industry-leading products for all of your collision repairs and state-of-the-art technology, including ADAS calibration systems. Landers also has 24-hour towing service in time of need. Call 188-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition on the free Section 618 app, powered by Paul Shields Allstate Insurance. Now, back to Rams football.
Back here on AM 940, 96.5 FM after another SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. This time the Althoff Crusaders hit pay dirt, 22-15 after the PAT. Rams trailing by a touchdown. 8:03 remaining here in the 3rd. I'm Chris Hugo, Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow with us in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth as we await the Wilkinson kick, and it'll be to Mast beyond the 30 down to the 26. He's going to have a potential to return. Nope, everybody closes in on him, ran into his own guy. Quick Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard. Waterloo leads Civic at the half, 35-13. They're now at halftime in Marion, 22-14 lead for the Kittens, the Wildcats. No, I read that backwards. Comanche's on top. Oh, boy. This is why they don't let me out by myself. Usually I have a babysitter. Oh, goodness. So where do the Rams go from here? 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. And I'm going to tell you right now, Nolan Mast worth his weight in gold as far as his hands are concerned. Able to corral those kicks. Halftime score, Benton all over Anna Jonesboro. It's 49-0. That'll be a running clock, and the Rangers are going to be 5-0. So 1st and 10 Rams. Out of the gun here for the quarterback, C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Nolan Mast split left, split to the right, Zayden Nesbitt. The back is Jay Sean Staples. Staples will get the carry, trying to bounce off the linebacker who snuck through, and at the 25, it's going to be a loss of 3. Well, that's not going to get it done. And so it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Rams. And I know the Rams are very much looking forward to what they hope will be a fully healthy Chris Rudolph returning next week. You heard it in our pregame show with Dan Mings. Rudolph's been out since the first half of the game against Waterloo. Started the game with 2 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Scored on the first drive of scrimmage, or first play from scrimmage, and hasn't been really seen since. So looking forward to have that second back in the backfield to really maybe open things up in the passing game too, and take pressure off of Staples. 2nd and 13 from the 25. Staples in motion. No screen. It's just going to be a carry up the middle here for CJ, and he'll get back close to the line of scrimmage, the original one. Maybe a gain of a long 2. Oh, they'll give him 3. So it'll be 3rd and 10. And they have made it to halftime in Carbondale. It's 21-14 Arphans. Another Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard for you. Out of the gun here, single back for the Rams. Out of the gun T offense, 2 to the right. 3rd and 10 from the 28. Far hash is a spot. 6:37 left here in this third quarter. 22-15, Rams trailing. Complete, still in the backfield at 25. Jay Sean running room, trying to break to the 40. He just had to get to the 38. They're close. That could be a long gain of 10. They wave the first down, and what a big pass off of the screen. Big catch. And that'll be a first down for the orange and black. Or black and black. There's really not a lot of orange to be had ever. So, out of the gun, it'd be backfield. 3 left here for Disrow. 6:04 left in the third. 22-15. Rams are working to get a man in motion. It'll be Staples and trying to sweep right, and he'll get past the 40-42. Fights for the 43. Forward progress for my money took him to the 42.5. Gain of 3 for Staples. Adding to that Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard, Waterloo, no. Muscuda leads Jersey 14-0. Could be the last time those two schools play for a while, as Muscuda heads to the Southwest Conference next year, and Jersey will head to the Cahokia. 2nd and 7 here. Ball on the 42 for the Rams. 5:26 remaining here in the third. Single back set out of the gun. 2 receivers left with 5:20 to play. 2nd and 7 from the 42. 22-15. Looked like maybe Althoff left early, but no matter. It's going to be a sack at the 20-31. An 11-yard loss. So we'll drop below the 5-minute mark here, and that sack is absolutely of the demoralizing variety, as that'll push the Rams back to 3rd and 15, so not quite the loss of 11. Be about 8. .436 left, third quarter, 22-15. Althoff on top, and it's 3rd and 15 for the Rams. Ball on the 34-yard line. They're in their own territory on the near hash. Back to pass is C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Now on the run for his life. Gets to the 30. May have a chance. He gets to the 40. He'll slide as he's hit. And he'll get to the 42 for a gain of 8. It'll be 4th and 7. And he was hit hard as he slid. And no, I am not saying there was any ill will or malicious intent. Nothing like that. He was just hit hard as he started to slide. Great timing by the tackler. That's why CJ was going to slide. 4 minutes left here in the third. 4th and 8 now for the Rams. Ball on their own 42-yard line. And the Rams will send Isaac Griever out to punt. Oh, doggies. There is the punt from a low snap. It'll bounce out of bounds at about the... Oh, the shadow took it out. Says it went out at about the 43. Won't end up as a great punt. And it gives Althoff pretty good field position to their own 43-yard line. Oh, goodness. Bonnie Cafe, just like Sunday at Grandma's. Turkey, ham, fried chicken, and all the fixins. Every meal feels like home at the OG in Bonnie and the Mount Vernon Outland Airport. Open daily, 6 until 8. We'll have the Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County postgame stats in our Biltmore Buildings postgame show. 3:33 left, third quarter. 22-15 ball game. The Rams trail by 7. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 43-yard line on the far hash. 2 left, 2 right. Out of the pistol here. Brown the back for the quarterback, Ellington. Wants a snap, and there it is, the handoff. Ooh, bouncing to the right side with running room to midfield to the 45. Still on his feet, far hash. Pushed ahead to the 39-38. Gain of 19 on the ground unofficially here for Stevie Brown, the first. What a great back. And now another handoff, Brown looking to stretch left. Ooh, gets up the middle with fury, breaking a tackle and down to the 32. Gain of 7. Has about 159 yards on the ground with 20 carries. Unofficial. So we will see Jay Crumble Jr. in the backfield, flanking the quarterback to his left out of the gun. Twins right, 1 left, and it'll be a run to the right. Gets outside off of the edge and gets, past the 30 to the 31 perhaps. 32 is where they'll say. Enough for a first down. Gain of about 5 or so. Simmons will get the tackle with 2:33 left here in the third. Casa Raya Mexican Restaurant Taqueria is perfect in their casa or yours. 618-204-5389 for takeout or find them on DoorDash. 2:23 left here in the third. Quick snap, and it's going to be the quarterback out of the option. Tackled for a loss. You can call it a sack if you want. Back at about the 29. It'll be a loss of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 with 2:10 to play. Vernon Wind Supply stocks driveway culverts, and they even offer delivery straight to your job site or home. Call 618-244-3100. 2nd and 12 here, minute 59 to play. We're in the third, 22-15 score. Althoff on top of your Mount Vernon Rams. You hear the cowbells, perhaps? I can feel the vibrations here in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth of the Rams fans' feet. Already trying to rally here on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Flanked to his left by the back, who's in motion. Ground ball on the ladder on the backfield. Gets past the 30, now the 25, 20. Shy of the 21. It'll be a gain of 8, 3rd and 4. So there is a hold, and that's going to bring things back. With a minute 25 left in the third quarter, 22-15, Crusaders lead this one. Big financial decisions can be difficult. Invest your trust in someone that's been investing in Jefferson County for over 20 years. Michael Croce and Edward Jones can help you navigate your investments for the future. Happy birthday, Michael. 1:25 remains, third quarter, 22-15 score. 2nd and 12. Actually, it's going to be more like 22. I was reading the scoreboard. Ball is on the 39-yard line, so 2nd and 23 to be specific. Out of the gun, dropping the pass, and a throw to the sideline. Looked like a foot might have been out of bounds. What's the call going to be? They're going to say he did catch it. So that will be a gain. 39 down inside the 34. It's only going to be about 5 yards, but a 5-yard pass nonetheless. Third down. 57 seconds left in the third quarter, 22-15. They'll send Bolden back to the right side, with a guy in the right slot as well. Out of the gun here for the quarterback. In the right slot is Eli Collins. Over the top throw, it is Collins who's fresh into the game, and he'll get it inside the 20 down to about the 17, 18-yard line. They'll give him the 18 for a gain of 16. And that'll be a fresh first down with 20. Nope, it'll be 4th and short. I thought he had enough. My apologies. It'll be 4th and 1. So 23.1 seconds remaining, and what'll be 4th and 1 here for the Crusaders with the ball at the 18-yard line. As Davius Barnes will get up, he was the injured Ram down on the field, and thank goodness he appears to be okay. People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. Bank with confidence at PNB with a range of services and dedicated support. They're here to help you every step of the way. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. 23.1 ticks to go on this third quarter clock. 4th and short for the Crusaders. As there was an SSM Health timeout taken there by Althoff. It appears, anyway. 23.1 seconds left. We are here in the third. They'll wind the clock on 4th and short. They'll bunch. Quarterback will move under center here with 11 seconds. And it was not a timeout a moment ago. I just saw a timeout disappear on the scoreboard. I apologize. 2 seconds left, and they will not do a hard count or anything, which I would have. So, end of 3 here in the King City. It is Althoff 22, the Mount Vernon Rams 15. We'll come back with the fourth. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Looking for a bank that fits your lifestyle? Discover People's National Bank, where convenience meets value. With mobile banking services, you can manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Enjoy free checking with no hidden fees, competitive mortgage loans to help you find your dream home, and specialized ag and commercial products to give you an advantage in managing your business. Experience banking made easy and affordable. Visit People's National Bank today and see the difference. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Mount Vernon's Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by People's National Bank.
Back here for the fourth quarter as we will get underway with the final frame. 22-15, the Althoff Crusaders on top here at Ken Hunt Stadium. It'll be 4th and short for Althoff. The ball on the Mount Vernon 18, and a perfect time for a hard count to try to get the Rams offside. Discover the difference with People's National Bank. From savings accounts to home loans, they provide the solutions you need. Learn more at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. So on 4th and short from the Mount Vernon 18, they're between the hashes here out of the pistol. Split left, split right. No problem, Stephen Brown. First down and more as he'll get to the 15. Maybe to the 14. It'll be a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 from the 14. It'll be a handoff. Identical play right up the middle. Brown, some short yardage here, maybe 2. Actually, they'll give him about 3. Nope, just 2. So he has 22 carries for 164 yards so far. So they'll run the pistol again, same formation, 2nd and 8, ball on the 12-yard line. They'll load left. Yep. And we may have a fumble in the backfield. The Rams sniff it out. Ja'Shawn Staples was in on that. I think Kessler might have gotten in there too. And it looks like it's recovered by the Crusaders at their own, are actually at the Mount Vernon 25 for a loss of 13. $10:50 left here in the fourth. 22-15. Looking for that Walgreens Distribution Center first score of the quarter. They'll go back to the pistol on 3rd and 20 from the 24. There's a snap. Back to pass is Ellington looking over the top, and that one's going to be overthrown, incomplete, and a flag. A flag by the official standing in the end zone. I didn't really see anybody in the neighborhood. Hopefully they'll get together and talk about this one. Otherwise, that's going to be a pass interference penalty, and the White Hat's going to talk with the official who made the call. We'll see what happens. This is not a crew as you would call it. These are all individual guys working together to fill a crew. There is a major shortage of officials. So there will be pass interference on the Rams here. So with 10:37 left, they're all going to talk it over. So it'll take it down to about the 9, and it should be third down and about 5. It's a 15-yard penalty, but not an automatic first down in high school, as was just explained in the coach's booth to my left. And here comes the snap. It's going to be a sweep by Brown. And he's tripped up. It stays on his feet. He'll get into the end zone for the 10-yard touchdown run. So first down or not, it's not going to matter. Stephen Brown gets in for 6, and it's 28-15. With 10:31 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and our Walgreens Distribution Center first score, an SI Tile and Carpet Supply touchdown. And that'll be Brown's second touchdown of the night. It's 28-15, and Wilkinson on for the kick. Low snap. He's going to have to do something with it here, and he'll try to throw it, and it'll be failed. 28-15, the lead, a baker's dozen for the Althoff Crusaders. 10:31 left. We'll take a break. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese.
Hey, Mount Vernon. Let us serve you a handcrafted Wisconsin favorite. Every juicy butter burger with fresh, never frozen beef, scoop of creamy, fresh frozen custard, and real Wisconsin cheese curd is made with love and served with a smile. Welcome to Delicious.
It's our pleasure.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
Back here, 10:31 left at Ken Hunt Stadium. The Althoff Crusaders just wrapped up a scoring drive, capped off by a 10-yard Stephen Brown touchdown. The PAT failed on a low snap, and it's 28-15 Althoff with 10:31 left here in the fourth. First and 10 will it be for the Mount Vernon Rams? Can they handle the kickoff? What will Althoff throw their way? They need to get that offense on the field and get something going if they have any hope of winning this one. Tough play there, as that was Wyatt Evans trying to get it at about the 33. Gets it out of bounds at least. It'll be first and 10 for the Rams. First and 10. From their own 32-yard line for the Mount Vernon Rams. Make the switch to People's National Bank. Reliable, customer-focused banking. Explore their services and find out how they can support your financial journey at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Plenty of time left. 10:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams will, I thought they're going to bunch up left side, but they'll send Zay Nesbitt to the right. Staples and Mast to the left. Out of the gun. Empty backfield here for C.J. Hughes-Disrow as he'll send Staples in motion. Trying to stretch right, now trying to get Staples to cut, and he will to the 35. Looks like a gain of 3 here for Jay Sean Staples. Congratulations, Rams and Lenny Rams cross country. This week's Josh Finley Country Financial Rams of the Week. Planning for the future doesn't have to be overwhelming, because it sure can be. Let Josh Finley remove all of that doubt and overwhelming feeling. At Country Financial, 618-242-4024. He'll calm your nerves. 2nd and 7 for the 35. Ball on the far hash. Two left, single back set, out of the gun, looking for a screen perhaps. It's to Nesbitt. He caught it. He's at the 35 to the 40, near hash to the 41. A little gain of a sixer there, and a big catch by Zay Nesbitt, his third grab of the night. It'll be shy of the first, so it'll be a gain of about 6 for 3rd and 1. Well, it's a season premiere of the Zay Nesbitt Show tonight with 9:20 left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 1, ball on the 41 on the near hash. Waiting for the snap. The quarterback's out of the gun T offense here. It'll be Staples off tackle up the middle of the midfield, now to the 45. Breaks that tackle at the 40 near sideline. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Stays in bounds for the touchdown. 59 yards for Jay Sean Staples, back to his old running ways, and that'll get the Rams on the board. 28-21 with the PAT pending. 59 yards for Jay Sean Staples. And what a cut that man made at about the 10 to stay in bounds and find pay dirt across the goal line with 9:01 remaining here in the fourth. That's an S-side tile and carpet supply touchdown for your Mount Vernon Rams. So Truman Carnine for the kick to try to cut it to 6. There's the kick. Looks good to me. They agree. 28-22. And the Rams are back within a touchdown here on the S-side tile and carpet supply. Touchdown run by Jay Sean. 59 yards. Ooh, baby. Video stream made possible by your Allstate Insurance agent, Paul Shields. Call Paul for a quote, 618-241-0551. Auto, home, business, life, renters, even your boat or ATV. Paul has or will get you covered. 9:01 left. We're in the fourth quarter from Ken Hunt Stadium, 28-22, and the Rams back in it. After 3, a Tony Wells State Farm scoreboard, Benton leads AJ 56-0, so they added a touchdown with a running clock. Maybe the Rams get a defensive stop here with 9:01 to play in regulation. .901 left, fourth quarter. Truman Carnine on to kick off. Thompson and Brown to return at about the 8. He'll be short of the end zone. Thompson going to let it go, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Crusaders. Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. In fact, OCSI proud to have a long-standing tradition of superior orthopedic care, treating thousands of patients from the Southern Illinois region and beyond at the OCSI. Trying to track down some more Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates for you. But first, the Mount Vernon Rams will defend 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Crusaders. The ball on their own 20. Jaden Ellington and the Crusaders back on the field. Out of the pistol. 2 left, 1 right. Eli Bolden, the right target. Await the snap on 1st and 10 with 9:01 to play. 28-22, Althoff. Handoff, Brown up the middle. Has some running room, but he'll have to hurdle, and he'll get to the 25, but forward progress to the 27. Will be a gain of, they're going to go back to the 26, so it'll be a gain of 6 after the leap by Brown, who now has 24 carries for 182 yards with 2 touchdowns. We'll have your Bonnie Cafe postgame stats coming up in our Biltmore Buildings postgame show. So 2nd and 5 now for Althoff. Twins left, 1 right. Out of the pistol here. The back is Brown for the quarterback, Ellington. We await the snap. There it is. Handoff Brown. Rams get in the backfield but can't swallow him up. He'll dive to the 29. May have gotten to the 30s. Dangerously close to a first down. It would appear from here as if he got the first down, but it looks like the spot they'll give it to him. So gain of 4. Gain of 4. Coming up in our Biltmore Buildings post-game show, we'll have your Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game. Stop by for a big, juicy Butterburger, cheese curds, pretzel bites, or a delicious frozen custard. Veterans and 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. 1st and 10 for Althoff. Ball on the 30. They're between the hashes. Single back, 3 left, 1 right, and it's going to be a carry by number 5, Jay Crumble. Looking to get off tackle there as he tried to get past the edge, could not. Got 2 as he got past the far hash. Ooh, he got 4. Huh. Not bad. Big carry for Jay Crumble Jr. Well, Biltmore Buildings, your local MVP for shops, homes, and ag builds. Call 618-732-8704 and let's build something together. As this will be a QB keeper for Ellington. Gets a nice stretch play to the right as he'll get to the 40-45. Gain of 11 on the ground. Make that 10. By Ellington. Nope, that's not Ellington. That was actually Crumble, they say. Okay. So the Rams are calling SSM Health. Good Samaritan timeout. Oh, put that on the wrong side. My apologies. There we go. Fixed on the screen for the WMIX Sports YouTube. Timeout Mount Vernon, sponsored by SSM Health. With over 100 local providers, SSM Health is leading the way in advanced health care. SSM Health. Good Samaritan Hospital in Mount Vernon. 1st and 10 for Althoff. Ball on their own 45-yard line between the hashes. Oh, yeah, I'm not on commercial break. No, I'm just kidding. I needed a pause for a moment. Vocal cords getting a little fried here. 7:04 left. We're in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. We're the Crusaders coming out of the SSM Health Good Samaritan Hospital timeout. 28-22 your score. Althoff on top by a single. SI Talent Carbon Supply touchdown. It'll be myself and Hank Evans will return next week as we're here for another Ram home game. I believe the Hoke. 1st and 10. Sweep. Yeah, it is. Golden going to get the carry left side. Out sprints Staples, and Crowder's going to bring him down. He ran about 20 yards to get 1 or 2. That time, the ball carrier, Eli Bolden. So they'll give him 2 on that one. With 6:40 to play in this one, the Mount Vernon Rams trailing Althoff 28-22. Crusaders with the football, 2nd and 8. Far hash on the 47 in their own territory. Out of the gun, single back. Sweep play to the right side. Ball carry this time. We'll get to midfield, so this will be another gain of 3. This time on the carry is number 5, Jay Crumble Jr. Oh, they're going to give him 2, so it'll be 3rd and 6. We'll hit the 6-minute mark of the 4th. 3rd and 6 now for Althoff. This is a big 3rd down stance here for the Mount Vernon Rams. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. As they'll send Bolden to the left. Thompson will be in the left slot. Tight right. Power left. And the ball carrier will be to the, or I should say the running back to the right as they're going to stretch him out. He'll fumble the football, and the Rams will tackle him in the backfield for a loss to bring up 4th and long. Reimer there to put the hands on him first. Great sportsmanship by the Rams to help him up. I believe that was Kylan Brown. It'll be 4th and 12 on the loss of 6. So now 4th and 12 for the Crusaders as we'll drop below the 5-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Still 28-22 Althoff. 4th and 12, Rams fans on their feet. Fourth and 12. What will happen here? 4:50 left on the punt. Good block by Althoff, and The punt will be Staples at about the 18. Now to the 20, 25, 30, leans ahead, gets to the 34-yard line. A good punt return by Jay Sean will give the Rams decent field position, 1st and 10 from their own 34. And now this is where the Rams have to put a good drive together. Down 6 with a sure-footed kicker or two for that PAT if they can hit pay dirt. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mountford and Allstate agent. As with 4:42 left in this one, we're overdue for some Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard updates, but we will get them to you just as soon as we can. Nolan Mass will go off to the right side. Zay Nesbitt stays behind on the left. The quarterback is going to have Jay Sean Staples in the backfield. Your quarterback is C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Out of the gun, single back. Left and right, your receivers. Zay Nesbitt in motion, left to right. It's going to be a pitch to Zay, and he's going to try to cut back upfield, finds some running room, finds a cushion. Nice spin at the 42, gets to the 40, down to the 38. How about the 42, Hugo? Learn how to read the yardage. It'll be a gain of 8, maybe 9 for Nesbitt. It'll be 2nd and short here for the Rams with 4:20 to play. 2nd and 1 now for Mount Vernon. 4:17 left. Same formation out of the gun tee. This is a handoff to Jay Sean, and he will get first down yardage as he gets past the 45, shy of the 46, gain of about 2. All the action tonight presented by People's National Bank. Visit them online at peoplesnationalbank.com and learn all about their mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 1st and 10, ball from the 45, 3:47 remaining here. Out of the gun tee, split left and right. Same formation, same personnel, nothing's changed, but a fresh set of downs. It's going to be a handoff coming left side. Jay Sean's got to bounce off the edge. He'll find running room. He'll get to midfield. First down as he's pulled out of bounds at the 45, 44. Oh, generous spot to the 43. That's going to be a gain of 12 for Jay Sean Staples and a first down for the Rams. 3:33 to play. What a night for Jay Sean Staples. Well over 100 yards now. Keep in mind our Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County postgame stats are unofficial. We'll flip the personnel this time. It's Mast on the left, Nesbitt on the right. Staples will be the back to the left of the quarterback, Hughes-Disrow in the backfield. 3:33 left, 1st and 10 from the Althoff 43. Play action to the right side. Running room for Disrow. Can't do much, can't get rid of it. Takes a loss on the run of about 6. Oh, baby. You'd love to see him get rid of that. But they have speed. We'll see what happens. 2nd and 14 now for the Rams. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Glad to have you on the radio on AM 940 and 96.5 FM. If you're listening to the radio, we'll be on 94.1 WMIX next week and for the rest of the season. 2nd and 14 from the 47. He's going to have to get around. Pump fake. Mass is open. Catches him in stride at the 20. 10-5 touchdown. Nolan Mass for 47 yards from C.J. Hughes-Disrow. And the Rams have tied it at 28 through the air. It may seem improbable, but it's not impossible as C.J. Hughes-Disrow dials up number 13 to the tune of 47 yards for 6. And the Rams have tied it at 28. .244 left. And the Rams are celebrating on the sideline, ready to go for that PAT and knowing it's going to be up to the defense with 2:44 to play. What a catch by Nolan Mast. 47 yards. And the sure-handed senior comes through in the clutch with a 47-yard touchdown. The Rams are going to go for the PAT with an attempt to take the lead. Truman Carnine on for a PAT to take the lead here at 28 all with 2:44 left. Attempt to give the Rams a lead. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Rams lead this thing 29-28. Oh, baby. Oh, goodness. 2:44 remains here. Rams take a 29-28 lead over the Althoff Crusaders. Trying to update our friends on social media of the score real quick. 29-28, 2:44 left. 2:44 remaining. 29-28. Nolan Mast reeled in a catch in stride. Oh, goodness. It was a 27-yard catch, but he ran 20 extra yards for 6. So 47 in total. What a find in stride by C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Carnine connected on the kick. And now the Rams are up 1 and have to defend. 2:44 left. Thompson at the 5. He's to the 10, 15. Far hash 20. To the 25. Gets to the outside 30, 35, 40. Leans his shoulder forward, sends a couple of Rams backward as he'll return it 37 yards or so to the 42. We're going to be 1st and 10 Althoff. Unbelievable. And so 2:44 left here. It's 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for Althoff. What an intriguing post-game show we'll have for you, presented by Biltmore Buildings. We'll try to get you some final scores from around the area as well. We have plenty rolling in. First and 10, Crusaders. Trips right, 1 left. Out of the gun here for the quarterback, Ellington. His back appears to be Brown. First and 10 from the 42. .241 left. They had to adjust the clock, said the officials downstairs. Crumble, the back for the quarterback, Ellington. Looks like Brown might be in the right slot. If not, he may be out. He is. Screen pass to the backfield will be complete. Runs into his own man, gets to the 45. Enough of a distraction to get past midfield to the opposing 47-yard line. What will be about 11 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 Althoff with 2:32 to play, and the Rams have to come up with a stop. The Rams have had themselves in position to be in and win ball games. And right now they lead 29-28 with 2:18 remaining. We're in the 4th quarter from Ken Hunt Stadium. In motion is Bolden, and he's going to get a sweep play. Oh, trying to break up the hash as he got to the 45. Down to about the 43. It would be a gain of 4, depending upon the spot. He has 2 carries, 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Maybe 6th. Again, it's spot dependent here. 1:55 to play. 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. 3 right, 1 left. Crumble the back, left of the quarterback, Ellington. And there it is. On 2nd and 5, he'll go left hash, and he is going to be tackled shy of the 40. I believe the initial contact was made by Exodus Thomas, with Titan Whitfield in the picture as well, and no gain is going to make it 3rd and 5, and we're going to have a timeout presented by SSM Health. Good Samaritan Hospital, advanced care close to home in the King City. And it's the Exodus Thomas world right now, and we're just living in it. He is having a great night defensively for the Rams with a minute 29 left here in the fourth quarter. Althoff timeout on 3rd and 4 on what proved to be a gain of 1 on the carry. And just what an effort here in the fourth quarter by the Rams. .129 to play. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow taking care of the camera on the WMIX Sports YouTube. We're in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth for Rams football presented by People's National Bank. 129 to play. 3rd and 4 for Althoff. Ball on the Mount Vernon 41. They're on the far hash. Crumble the back for the quarterback Ellington. He'll have 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Power right side here for the Crusaders. Out of the gun for the quarterback, Ellington. Trying to get that hard count to get the Rams off sides before the snap. And Crumble will reflank the quarterback to the right this time. 5 on the play clock, and they will have trouble on the snap, and the Rams have recovered the fumble. The Rams recover the fumble, as that is Exodus Thomas, a potential Mount Vernon Culver star of the game, and he will hold that football loud and proud as the Mount Vernon Rams help their chances significantly to win this game tonight. 29-28 Mount Vernon, a minute 26 left. A collision by Crumble and Ellington, and Exodus Thomas does the rest, picking up that loose football. And the Rams will have possession with a minute 26 to play. Only 2 timeouts remaining for the Crusaders. Let's update our board. It should be 1 for the Rams, 2 for the Crusaders. So you're going to see some funky things on the screen on the WMIX Sports YouTube. I apologize. 29-28 score. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 43, their own 43. And now here's the handoff, and Althoff is deep into that Ram backfield, as that one will be a loss of 1 and a timeout for the Crusaders with a minute 21. So Staples, the ball carrier that time. They gave him a no gain. What a defensive effort for the Mount Vernon Rams. It's 2nd and 10 now. A minute 21 to play here in the fourth. And this timeout presented by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. Advanced care close to home in the King City. What a big play by Exodus Thomas. Rams feverishly going over things in the huddle. And now they adjust the previous spot, as that previous run ended up as a loss of 1. So it's 2nd and 11 coming out of the timeout with a minute 21 to play. Althoff is going to be all over the backfield here and likely stacking the box. You heard Dan Means talk about in our pregame, we talk about nickelback, having a nickel formation, and we talked about having a 3-3-5, but they might even go 5 down linemen here. Yeah, they're going to stack the box here on what they assume will be a Mount Vernon run on 2nd and 11. C.J. Hughes-Disrow, the quarterbacks, and we're going to have Carmaine Hopkins in the backfield, and that'll take some time off of the clock. It's going to be a big loss on 2nd and 11. Back beyond the 40 down to the 37, so a loss of 5. As that ate some time off of the clock. So it'll be 3rd and 11 as we'll have the as that'll be the final timeout for the Crusaders. Sponsored by SSM Health, Good Samaritan Hospital. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back in 30. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Temperatures are up, graduations are over, baseball is in full swing. It is safe to say that summer is here. When you're in the car for hours headed to the beach, take a moment and reflect on how special that time is. These are important memories. Equally as important are the insurance plans you put in place for your family when things do not go as planned. This is your State Farm agent, Tony Will. And that is what we do every day. We plan for the unexpected. Don't wait for the crisis to hit and then prepare for it. Come see us today in Mount Vernon or find us online at TonyWilt.com.
Back to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX.
Back out of the SSM Health timeout, 3rd and 14 for the Rams. Gun tee set here, 2 backs for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Exodus Thomas going to get a carry. He gets to the 40, shakes a tackle, and runs out of bounds to stop the clock on what will be 4th down. Oh, no. Ran out of bounds. Fourth and 6. And the clock stops because he ran out of bounds with forward progress. Oh, no. That's not what you need if you're the Mount Vernon Rams. A great opportunity for the Crusaders with 1:07 to work with. Isaac Griever on the punt. Low snap, no problem. The problem is, and it takes a Althoff, I was going to say, it almost took an Althoff bounce to stay in bounds at about the 25, but the Rams knock it out of bounds at about the 22. So the Crusaders will have it 1st and 10 with 57.6 seconds left and no timeouts. The Rams could not get anything done offensively. I think Althoff knew the run was coming, and it's one of those you just got to go mano-a-mano, and the best man wins. So 57.6 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, 29-28 score. The Rams on top of Althoff. Fresh set of downs for the Crusaders without a timeout to be had. We're here presented by People's National Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX. Video stream presented by Paul Shields, your Mount Vernon All-State agent. As the Crusaders will empty out the backfield with less than a minute to play, no timeouts, 1st and 10 from their own 22. As now the officials have asked for 59 seconds to be on the clock. So that's where we're at. 1st and 10, Althoff, empty backfield, quarterback Ellington. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, empty backfield on 1st and 10. Looking for that quick pass. It'll be complete, 30-yard line. Stepped out of bounds at the 34 for Eli Collins. And so that's going to be a 12-yard catch by Eli Collins. .5 seconds remain. 29-28, 1st and 10 after the completion to number 14, Eli Collins. 3 left, 2 right. 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 34-yard line. 3-step drop. Ellington ready. Has running room. Good spin by Titan Whitfield. Trying to catch up with him over the top. And now stepping out of bounds as he's pushed out by JP is the quarterback Ellington, who just ran for about 10 or 11 yards. So 43.8 seconds left. It'll be a 1st down. 10 exactly. So ball on the 44-yard line now. 43.8 seconds left. And the Crusaders are putting on a clinic as far as clock stopping and game clock management are concerned. 3 right, 2 left. 2-step drop. Looking to pass. Quarterback's going to run. Throws over the top. Huge hit around midfield at the 48. I don't know that he held on. They're going to say he caught it. It'll be about a 9-yard catch. 2nd and 1, 25 seconds left. They'll spike it. And so now the ball beyond the Mount Vernon 47, 2nd and 1. Second and 1 for the Althoff Crusaders, 23.7 seconds left. I don't know how they connected over the top like that, but the pass was caught, and they'll send 3 to the right side now on 2nd and 1 with 23.7 seconds left. .23.7 left. Play clock has not started. Now it has. Out of the gun, empty backfield. The quarterback, Ellington, poised, looking left, running left, trying to guide traffic downfield, trying to escape Whitfield, and that'll be thrown out of bounds with 16.4 to go. It's incomplete. Still 3rd and 1. Well, still and 1. It's now 3rd down and 1. Chris Hugo with you on WMIX. Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio. 16.4 seconds remain on 3rd and 1. No timeouts remaining for the Crusaders. Exodus Thomas will come off. The Rams will sub in. Damian Bell. Bolden and Watkins will be on the right side. They'll also send in Eli Daniel. 2 to the left, including Collins. 16.4 seconds remain. The play clock is at 3. Play clock at 2. At 1. They will not get it off. And now the play clock is reset. On 4th and 1, and that's going to be caught by Collins over the middle. He'll get to the 40, 35, down to the 30-yard line with 9. He'll step out of bounds at the 29-yard line for a gain of 18. Stops the clock with 8.7 seconds left. And unfortunately, this has an eerie feeling of Cahokia in 2008 when Jimmy Hunt and company went 80 yards in 20 seconds. .7 seconds remain. It's 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Two to the right, 3 to the left. Empty backfield out of the gun. Jaden Ellington, the back, on 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 29 on the near hash. He's looking left, telegraphing. He looks left, wanting that flag route. It'll be misthrown through the hands of JP with 1.5 seconds left. He gave it an effort. That was going to be a tough interception. It'll fall incomplete, 2nd and 10. They went left, looking for that flag fade. It wasn't deep enough on the ball, and now falls incomplete with 1.5 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. Ball on the Mount Vernon 29, and the Mount Vernon Rams want a timeout. The Rams want an SSM Health Good Samaritan timeout. We'll keep it here. We don't want to miss anything. With 1.5 seconds to play here in the ball game. The ball on the 29. If they have a good kicker, I don't know if he has 46 yards in him or not, but that's about what it would be. Here comes their kicker. They're at the 30. Oh, the ball's actually at the 34. I thought it was at the 29. Well, it says 29 on the scoreboard, but the ball is actually at the 34. Well, no, it's at the 29. I'm blind. I'm sorry. Caught up in the moment. It's at the 29. It would be a 46-yard field goal or so. We're all confusing each other up here. So with 1.5 seconds left, they're going to attempt potentially a 46-yard field goal to win it. Does Austin Wilkinson have the leg? Or can the Rams walk off a winner? Low snap, almost blocked, kick up, and it's no good, and the Rams are going to win it. I don't see a flag. The Rams win it. They're celebrating on the field as the Rams taste a sweet victory tonight over the Althoff Crusaders. Your final score, 29-28. We'll come back. We'll talk about it in our Biltmore Buildings postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Looking for convenient banking with a local touch? Welcome to People's National Bank. With their easy-to-use services and friendly bankers, they're here to make your banking entire experience smooth and personalized. From checking accounts to mortgages and agriculture loans and more, they're always here for you. Experience the difference with People's National Bank, where convenience meets community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stop searching for your own insurance.
You have too much on your plate. Just one call to Hall Insurance, and they'll find the best coverage for your needs. Whether it's home, auto, renters, boat, motorcycle, your business, whatever you need coverage on, they'll do the work for you. Then call you back with a quote, most times in the same day. Call 618-244-7500 or visit hallinsgroup.com. Hall Insurance Group, your independent insurance agency in Mount Vernon. hallinsgroup.com.
Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe in Mount Vernon. Delight in the daily lunch and dinner buffet filled with favorites at a price that won't break the bank. Enjoy Fish Fridays, Saturday crawfish and ribeye steaks, and Sundays feel just like home with turkey and ham dinners. Breakfast all day and crispy fried chicken served every day. The historic Bonnie Cafe inside the Mount Vernon Airport or the OG in Bonnie. Open 7 days a week from 6 to 8. Family owned, locally loved, and always worth the trip.
We've unlocked the vaults, and we're replaying Casey Kasem's American Top 40, the 70s. This week is from September 22nd, 1979. That's when the Doobie Brothers were dependent on you. Nick Lowe was Cruel to Be Kind. The Little River Band told us about The Lonesome Loser, and Chic celebrated some good times. You'll hear those songs and all the Top 40 hits from September 22nd, 1979, right here on American Top 40, the 70s.
Sunday at noon on WMIX. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Build More Buildings post-game show starts now.
Back on AM 940, 96.5 FM and the free section618.com mobile app. I'm Chris Hugo here with you on your Built More Buildings post-game show. The Mount Vernon Rams win it tonight over the Althoff Crusaders. Your final score is 29-28. As the Rams win it, they get up the defensive stop, and they prevent an Althoff 46-yard field goal with 1.5 seconds remaining. That would have won it. So the Rams come up big here tonight. They get their second win of the year. Both teams now leave here 2-3. Oh, what a big matchup we have next week coming your way, as the Kokiam Comanches will be coming to Ken Hunt Stadium 1 week from now. We need to take a break. When we come back on your Built More Buildings postgame, we will have your Bonnie Cafe unofficial postgame stats. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports. 29-28, the winning score for Mount Vernon. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Ready to build something amazing? Look no further than Built More Buildings, Inc. As a proud, locally owned company with over 6,000 successful projects, we're here to serve our community with dedication and integrity. From agricultural structures to automotive shops, workshops, and homes, our skilled team is committed to turning your ideas into a reality. With competitive pricing and a family-supported approach, we put you first. Let's build your future together. Call Built More Buildings, Inc. at 618-732-8704.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact your local Allstate agent, Paul Shields, today to see how you can save.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
When you're injured or in pain, the last thing you want to do is wait in the ER. For those times, you don't necessarily need the emergency room. Come to Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Ortho Express, open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4 at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. Get highly trained physician assistants and nurse practitioners providing the care you need quickly and with savings of up to 80% compared to the ER. Call the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 618-242-3778 or visit them online at orthocenter-si.com.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports, presented by People's National Bank.
You betcha. Back on your Built More Buildings postgame on WMIX, the free Section 618 app, and the WMIX Sports YouTube channel tonight from Ken Hunt Stadium in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. I'm Chris Hugo. The Rams win it tonight, 29-28 over the Althoff Crusaders. Built More Buildings, from farms to families. Built More delivers strength, style, and hometown pride. Let's build something great. The Rams put together a great win tonight, 29-28, the final score. Scoring drives, first quarter at the 5:03 mark. Thompson hauled in a pass from Ellington from 37 out. The two-point conversion was good after an offside penalty. 8-0 Althoff. Staples runs one in from 5 yards out with 1:10 left in the first. Carnine nails the kick. They're back within 1, 8-7. Then Ellington comes back at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter with a 1-yard run. Wilkinson's kick is good. It's 15-7. 4:36 left in the second. Nesbitt hauls in a 36-yard pass from C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Reimer nails the Reimer's in the back of the end zone, found by C.J., ties it at 15. 8:03 left in the third after the Rams' opening drive stalls. Stephen Brown with a 1-yard run. Wilkinson makes the kick. It's 22-15. Fourth quarter, 10:31 left. Stephen Brown, a 10-yard touchdown run. Wilkinson's kick fails. It's 28-15. It's all Rams the rest of the way. 9:01 left. Staples gets a 59-yard touchdown run. Truman Carnine gets the kick. It's 28-22. And then C.J. Hughes-Disrow finds Nolan Mast in stride at the 20. He does the rest. 47-yard touchdown catch. Carnine's kick is good. And the Rams win it 29-28. And I'll tell you what, I have it written down somewhere. Yep, at 1:26 left, Althoff's on a drive. And Exodus Thomas actually gets a fumble recovery at the 43-yard line. The Rams weren't able to do anything with that drive, but Althoff burns both timeouts. Rams punt with 57.6 seconds left, and the end result is their defense comes up big again and ultimately pulls away for the win. 29-28 as Althoff comes up short on a Wilkinson 46-yard field goal try, and the Rams hold on to get their second win of the year. Oh boy, let's look at the individual stats in this one. First for the Crusaders, and it was a game-high 184 rushing yards for Stephen Brown, 2 touchdowns. Again, that's 25 carries unofficially for 184 with 2 TDs. Ellington ends up with, I think, 31 on 11 carries with a touchdown. Jay Crumble ends up with 9 carries for 31. Logan Thompson, a single carry for 15. Bolden had 2 carries for 6. And again, all of this is unofficial. Passing, Ellington threw 9 of 13 for 127 with a touchdown. Thompson finishes with 2 catches for 46 and a touchdown. Bolden, I believe, had 2 catches for 31. Eli Collins, again, unofficially 3 catches, 46 yards. Isaiah Daniel, a catch for 3. And Crumble had a catch that ended up being a forward pass for 11 yards. For the Mount Vernon Rams, led by unofficially 13 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown for Ja'Shawn Staples. 13 carries for 30 yards for C.J. Hughes-Disrow. Carmaine Hopkins had 3 carries for a yard. Exodus Thomas ended up with a 4-yard carry, and then Zay Nesbitt. Sorry, Zay. Zay Nesbitt had 3 carries for 21 yards. Again, these stats unofficial. Presented by Bonnie Cafe of Jefferson County. CJ ends up 6 of 10. CJ Hughes-Disrow, 6 of 10 passing for 113 and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, actually. Nolan Mast ends up with 2 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown. Zay Nesbitt, 3 catches, 45 yards, touchdown. And Ja'Shawn Staples had a catch for 10 yards as well. Adrian Reimer didn't have a catch for any significant yardage, but he did have that big catch for a 2-point conversion in this one. And the Rams win it 29-28. Those scoring and stats presented by Bonnie Cafe. Your table's waiting at Bonnie Cafe. Breakfast all day, crispy fried chicken daily, fish Fridays, Saturday steaks and crawfish, and homemade Sunday dinners. Open 7 days, 6 to 8 at the Mount Vernon Outland Airport or the OG in Bonnie. We'll pause. We'll come back. We'll have more post-game coming up, including your Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game, as well as your we'll get you one final Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update. All still to come as the Rams win it tonight, 29-28. Your final here at the Hunt. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
They're back.
Give it one more chance. Give it one more chance.
With all the original members together again. It's Exile. Friday night, February 20th at the Marion Civic Center. Exile.
Woke up in love with you. Oh, what a beautiful day.
One jam-packed night of great entertainment. February 20th.
She's a miracle, sight to see.
Don't miss Exile. For tickets, call 618-997-4030 or go to marioncccc.com.
She's too good to be true.
All their hits, including this #1 classic.
Oh, the kiss you over again.
Get your tickets now.
Your Mount Vernon Culver's is a great place to start a career, a first-time job, or maybe you're looking to go back to work, or just looking for a few extra bucks while getting discounts on frozen custard. Join the Blue Crew. Listen to this. Starting pay is now $16 an hour. Yes, you can work for an awesome family and get $16 an hour just to start. Flexible hours, too. Apply in person at Veterans and 42nd in Mount Vernon or go to culvers.jobs and search for Mount Vernon and apply online. Culvers of Mount Vernon is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Mount Vernon Culver's star of the game is next.
Oh, where do we go from here on your Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game? And should it be Nolan Mast? Probably. Should it be C.J. Hughes-Disrow? More than likely. Should it be any of the guys that had a big night offensively? Yeah, but tonight's Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game is going to be Exodus Thomas. And I can't tell you how many tackles he had. I wish I had the mental wherewithal to watch the game, call the game, run the laptop, and keep individual tackles and things of that nature. I apologize. I just don't have that mental or physical acuity. But I can tell you that he had a ton of tackles and that big fumble recovery. Did it end up sealing the deal? Not quite. The Rams offensively just couldn't quite get that first down, that elusive first down on that final drive. But Exodus Thomas had one heck of a night and is your Mount Vernon Culver's player of the game. Mount Vernon Culver's, Veterans at 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. Get a big, tasty, juicy Butterburger after the game. Maybe try cheese curds in that value basket or get those delicious crinkle-cut fries with a side of cheese at your Mount Vernon Culver's, Veterans at 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. What a win tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams, as you heard on our Bonnie Cafe postgame stats here on your Biltmore Buildings postgame show. We're going to do our very best to get you one final Tony Wilt State Farm scoreboard update before we send you home. We'll remind you, programming note next week will be on 94.1 WMIX the remainder of the season. We'll have video everywhere but Centralia. And let's hope this Ram team can find some W's now they found a little bit of confidence here tonight. And, man, I'm telling you right now, if things go a little bit differently last week, you start to feel a little bit better because this team is 3-2 instead of 2-3. But be that as it may, you start here tonight with the win. The rest of the South Summit Conference only through 3. Centralia leads Carbondale after 3, 28-14. Cahokia leads Marion after 3, 28-21. Last we had from Highland Triad was Triad 27-14 at the half. Also at the half, Waterloo was leading Civic Memorial 35-13. Benton stays undefeated. They beat Anna Jonesboro tonight on the road 56-7. Nashville hands West Frankfort their first loss, 41-6 win in Washington County. Murfreesboro leads Heron 33-zip after 3. Roxana beat Salem tonight. They're 4-1, 46-7. Johnston City stays undefeated. They make that long trek to Clay County to leave with a 38-20 win. El Dorado comes from behind to beat Hamilton County. I wonder if that score is right. It says 26-23. Yeah, 26-23. So the score I had earlier was backwards. SVW beats CZR tonight 40-6. Red Hill beat Edwards County last night 30-0. At the half, Mater Dei was leading Macomb 21-7. Also at the half, Edwardsville was leading Belleville East 21-14. And that's all the scores we have for now. The most important one you're concerned with, the Mount Vernon Rams 29, Althoff Crusaders 28. The Rams are 3-2 now. Althoff drops to 2-3, and we'll be back at it on Friday night as the Rams will welcome the Cahokia Comanches in what will be a tough one. Whew. Oh, that was one of the tougher games on the schedule last year outside of the trip to Akron. So we'll see what the Rams yield on Friday night. We'll be here with you on the radio, 94.1 WMIX. You'll be able to watch it live on the WMIX Sports YouTube as well. For everybody at WMIX, including Sawyer Overstreet back at the Mount Vernon studio, Jeff Crow with me in the Orthopedic Center broadcast booth. We thank everyone, including our sponsors, People's National Bank, and everyone that supports Mount Vernon Rams athletics here. I'm Chris Hugo. One more time with that final score. Mount Vernon 29. Althoff 28. So long.
This has been